Bueno. Welcome in everybody. Welcome in everybody. Appreciate you guys. How many people are in here so far?
We have an amazingly 53 people in here.
53
66 people.
Shout out to what? I posted it late too on my thing.
You did, and I think that set us back.
My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. What were you saying, NORBEEZ?
You set us back by not posting it on TikTok, on Instagram.
It's all good.
How are they gonna know when we're on?
It's all good. All the important people are here. That's all that matters.
That part right there. Shout out to all the important people in here.
It's because they think we're going on at 8. That's why.
Oh, you're right. We're early. 7:34.
We're early tonight.
We're just a little early. That's all cool. Right.
Anyways, welcome in. I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you guys got a raise at work.
Hey.
If not, I hope you got a raise at home. Hey. I hope your wife cooked you a bomb-ass dinner.
Hey.
Or I hope you homies cooked your wife and your kids a bomb-ass dinner. If not, and you had to eat out, my bad. I know how you feel. Don't trip.
We're in 2025.
I know, 2025. Hey, speaking of 2025, we're planning on doing a certain episode tonight, but NORBEEZ reminded me that this is a recap. I could hear you chomping on the mic. NORBEEZ, stop, please. NORBEEZ let me know that it's a recap tonight because this is actually the last episode of this year, right? NORBEEZ? Man, it's, Athena in the chat, you see? Look at this dude. This dude is addicted to your candies. That's all he eats.
Make sure you guys follow Athena. Appalicious.
That's all he eats, Athena. For reals. Oh, you want to give her? Is her logo on there? No, her Instagram and all that.
Yeah, it's there too.
Okay, cool.
Appalicious 12_. Make sure you guys follow her.
Shout out to my homegirl Athena. Appreciate you.
She got Chinese food. Oh,
she got Chinese food. What you guys eat?
Chinese food.
Has everybody ate dinner tonight? If not, what are you gonna eat, or what did you have to eat? NORBEEZ, what did you have for dinner? Did you have?
Not my favorite thing. That's for sure.
And be quiet with. NORBEEZ for the new year is gonna start his new workout with NORBEEZ.
I haven't had that.
Right, NORBEEZ?
Huh? What?
Right.
Say that again.
Workout with NORBEEZ day.
Hey, every day is workout with NORBEEZ.
I'm being for real, bro.
I'm being for real.
We're gonna put you on a regiment. All right. Anyways, I appreciate all you guys being here tonight. We're gonna do a recap of everything we've talked about throughout the year. We are gonna have a quiz at the end of the show. Just kidding. I should have a quiz at the end of the show.
That would be cool.
We should do that. Matter of fact. But NORBEEZ, how was your day?
It was good, man. You know, it was nice and sunny. You know what? I woke up to some interesting news today that I didn't know this happened. Apparently, a tornado happened in my neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
You see the video?
I was shocked, and I drove there. I was like, oh wow, everything did get messed up.
Yeah.
I was shocked. It was an actual tornado. That's a whole nother thing. I don't know if you remember, but earlier this year there was a tornado in Commerce. And then there's the second one this year. I'm hoping it's not a trend, and we're gonna keep getting tornadoes. Because, I mean, why they gotta hit Boyle Heights? That's what I'm saying. Why they gotta hit the east side?
They knew you were there. That's why. They're trying to secretly aim harp at you, bro.
I know, right? That's why they're trying to scare us away. If it's not ice, it's harp.
They don't like you mismatching those flannels with those loud shirts you wear.
Hey.
Anyways, let's give some shout out to the chat, por favor.
Let's start out with who came in first.
Go for it.
And at number 1 is going to be Chris from Arizona. We got Gires 12. Shout out to him. We got the one and only Ranting with Ramos podcast. Shout out to him. We got 94M in the house. We got the one and only from Norwalk, Stella Buddha Loco.
Always pleasure.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Mary Lou also. Shout out to, wait a minute. Did I say 94M already?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to the Red Cat Uprock all the way from Texas, West Texas.
Shout out to the Texas fools.
Shout out to, also, let's see. That's all the beginning parts. Shout out to Buddha, the second Buddha in here. Shout out to Eddie, Ninja Magic.
Welcome in, Eddie. I don't think I've seen Eddie in here before. Have I seen Eddie?
Eddie? Yeah.
Eddie's new, okay. Shout out to Eddie.
Shout out to Roxy 818.
That's right. Shout out to Shout out to Roxy.
Yeah, you guys had a nice picture for your holiday picture. It was a good one. Shout out to Lisa Duran Carrillo.
Welcome in.
Shout out
Welcome in.
Punch Tattoos also. Ooh.
Iron sharpens iron. 1313. Welcome in.
We got OK Bet, the 1282. We also have Brian, Oni64, 805 Plumbing.
Why do you sound so boring when you say their names? Be more enthusiastic, NORBEEZ.
I don't know how to do that.
Throw some spunk in your hump.
I think I gotta drink some water. We got Cobra Jeans also in the house.
Cobra?
And yeah, Cobra.
I've never seen that name.
We also got Ben 9288. Shout out to Ben 9288. He says saludos from Boyle Heights, aka East LA in the movies. That's true. That's very true. Shout out to Brad Pippo also for joining us. He's our silver man over there. Make sure you hit him up for your silver needs. We also got the one and only Raider Mart in the house.
That's right, Raider Mart. Let me take over real quick.
All right.
You're putting me to sleep right here.
Shout out to Go Sell Some Music also.
Shout out to Dear Kwan, says saludos from Chupacabras. Hey, is that Chupacabras right there? Okay. Lewis says my grandma just it say tornado is. They said that. Okay. Hey, welcome in, Valerie.
Shout out to Valerie.
Sent
Jules.
Oh, 2 Jules. Feed man. Buddha Loco. I mean, my bad. Damn, that glare, that light, bro, is bright on the TV. Shout out to Lisa Duran, Mary Lou, always a pleasure. Raider Mart, Ghost Salsa Music, always a pleasure, homie. Brad Pitt, Boo, I see you in here. Dear Kwan, I see. Oh, I already read that one, huh? Chupacabras, no JEDI, he says. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Liz G and NORBEEZ, you mean smack when you chew, huh? Damn, what's up with you, bro?
No, I think that's because your headphones are up. Hold on.
No, that's not why, bro. You shouldn't. If I'm hearing it, they're hearing it. All right. So yeah, tonight's recap episode. Ora die underscore Satan. We got Ray D6 N in the house. Appreciate you, homie. Ninja Magic, always a pleasure, homie. Yeah, let me see who else we got. Oh, damn, we're getting more people. Hector, saludos, Hector. Hope you're having a good night, bro. Oh, Carmen. Wait, is it Carmen?
I don't know, but they're gonna start complaining again.
Okay.
I saw a comment saying, "Man, you take like 20 minutes with shout outs in the beginning."
Oh yeah, you know what? We got told, huh?
I'm trying to watch your show.
All right,
let's get 20 minutes to shout out at the whole world.
Let's get started.
But that's just how much we love all of you that are here on the live chat. We can see you.
Hey, so we had a question. What was your favorite episode of this year?
Oh,
besides the drama, you know, I know we had some drama. My bad. You know, this is an educational channel, but we had some drama. But besides all that stuff,
I know which one it is.
Which one? The flat Earth. Is that what you're gonna say? Really? Okay. We have a part 2 coming up too. But yeah.
I don't know. You know what? Hey, we didn't do it. We only did one of them, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the favorite ones. The game show one.
Can you stop eating that? Oh, look at Athena. You see this dude? Stop eating, homie. Damn. I'm gonna take $100 out of your check.
We need to play music.
We need to play music. All right. So what was I saying? Oh, we asked them what was their favorite episode of this year, and also, do you guys do the what do you call it when you make a New Year's resolution? Do you do that, NORBEEZ? Yep. You make New Year's resolution? Did you have one last year?
Yeah.
What was it? Be serious, NORBEEZ. I know you're gonna come out with something dumb.
All right, never mind then.
Well, what, for real? For like on a real note?
No.
No, you never done it before at all. Okay. Do you have anything this year? Is there anything you want to accomplish?
I don't. You know why?
Let's hear this.
Because it's not the new year.
What is it? What is it?
Another day.
That's right. It ain't the new year.
Hey,
all right, NORBEEZ, you've been paying attention. You've been paying attention. Most of the time, you work here, but you don't pay attention to anything. I tell you.
That's because I had already priorly known that before.
You didn't priorly know nothing. All right. Let's get to some of these questions then.
Oh.
No.
Hey, guys in the live, put Let us know what's your favorite episode throughout the year.
Oh, Rootster's in the chat. What's up, Rootster? Gabriel Avila. Who else? I seen somebody else I didn't see before. All right, you got the questions or no?
I'm pulling them up right now as we speak.
Hey, put them up on. Oh, you want to put them so you can read them?
No. I keep forgetting to change this to live, and then that shows everyone.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't even think we saw Bob. Shout out, Bob.
Shout out, Bob. No, I didn't see him. All right, here we go. Oh, Sam Hanger, welcome in. Angelo, welcome in, homie. And NORBEEZ, you take forever, bro. What's up with you? You're lacking tonight.
Oh, what's that?
You are, man. You set up early, but you're lacking.
Hey, just for them, I'll read all the new questions.
You see the engine. The engine's running, but there's nobody behind the wheel.
Hey.
Orale, come on.
All right, as always, first come, first serve, and the first one is Chosen. Shout out to Chosen. We really need that lid roller.
You need to stop worrying about that mic.
Hey.
Come on, hurry up.
All right, he says, talk about discernment and also testing spirits.
Shout out to the homies from Weirmas. I see you. H.A. Arbery in the house. Valerie, I see you too. Also talk about discernment and what? My bad.
And also testing spirits. And then that's what another follow-up. He's just asking to talk about it, but he has a question. Also, 13 Ghost Movies Conspiracy. You think them is actual fallen angels? And it's funny because we talked about that movie before.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't have a breakdown on all the ghosts of that movie. You know what? I have a good video that I seen though on it, but I'll do a breakdown of it, bro. I just haven't done it on that movie. I actually wanted to do all the movies, but NORBEEZ told me because I was gonna do, well, first of all, my idea was the Disney movies, and I was gonna show you the clips of all the stuff that's embedded in the Disney movies, right? And NORBEEZ says that we'll get flagged if we show the movies.
Oh yeah, Disney will flag us for that.
So I'm not gonna show the whole movie, but not even a clip I can show. I could present pictures though, right?
You can probably show pictures.
It's better if you play it because then you're able to see it. But
it's always better if you play. But you know, copyright shit. Shout out to Big Eastside Moreno.
Hey, what's up, Moreno?
Shout out to Ranker's World.
So hey, shout out to Ranker's World. What's up? I like your content, homie. What was I gonna say right now? Oh yeah. So the breakdown on the ghost, right? What did you see that movie, NORBEEZ?
Yeah, that's the one with Kevin Bacon in it, right?
Is Kevin Bacon?
No, it wasn't.
No,
Kevin Bacon.
Bacon's not in that movie.
No, it was that one other guy. The guy that was on Scream. I think I told you.
Yeah, the tall, skinny dude.
The tall, skinny guy.
Yeah, I don't know his name though. Okay, discernment. NORBEEZ, what do you think about discernment? I'm gonna give my input, but what do you think about that?
You know what? You go ahead first. I usually go first, but I want you to.
You don't know what discernment is.
No, that's not what it is.
Discernment.
I'm just, I want you to go first.
All right, discernment. Everybody can have discernment, right? And I believe everybody does have discernment, and that's whether to decipher whether something is good or bad, or how should I say this? Would be beneficial towards you in a good way or in a bad way, right? So discernment. Man, where would I go with this one? I think you're able to magnify that discernment if you detoxify, and I say that in a sense of detoxing from every single thing, whether it be people or food. Okay, the first thing you want to do is clean out your system, of course, because parasitic entities, those are like, well, considered in biblical history, that's demonic entities that are in your body. So you want to clean yourself out, and you're not going to have a pure frequency if you have that corrosion in your body. Okay, it's gonna put a stop to it or mess it up. I wish I would have showed you that video on snowflakes. Did you see that video that I sent you on?
Yeah, he's in.
And did you see all this different my God, what's the word I'm looking for? Designs in the snowflakes?
No.
And you didn't see the video.
Oh
That
no, I'm not. I'm sorry. I take that back. Yes, yes, yes. I did.
you seen them,
Yeah,
and how they were all different designs, right?
yeah.
Okay, so that's happening in your body. Okay, and if you have a pure frequency running through your body, which is energy, you're gonna get a more pure sense of what's around you, or whether it be people or just a feeling of discernment, a gut feeling, right? People say a gut feeling. They don't use the word discernment. They say, "Oh, I have a gut feeling that something was gonna happen," or I have a gut feeling about my spouse cheating on me or whatever. But if you clean out, if you detoxify your whole system, whether it be your body and people around you that come within your aura, you're gonna have a more pure aura. You're gonna shine more. You're gonna be more vibrant. Yeah, people will gravitate to you more. Um, and if you don't, it's gonna be all bad. You're not gonna. Your senses are just gonna be crap. So
Hmm.
now what do you think about that, Norbies?
I mean, for the most part, I mean, I would, as far as discernment, I would definitely consider and that's a tough one too because it really depends on your upbringing. I mean, as a child, I don't think you could really determine what that is
Why not?
without the experience or knowledge,
On what discernment
life
is? Well,
experience.
that's what I'm saying. Like, say a kid goes out there and he's playing with his homies or his little friends, right? On the bikes,
Yeah.
and he sees his friends doing something, but he knows that I better not because something
Yeah.
might happen. That's your discernment. They call it a gut feeling. That's what I'm referencing right now.
Ah, okay. So that's
You
how
know,
you're.
they'll be like, "See, mom, I had a gut feeling
So
that
you-
was gonna happen."
So you're saying when it comes to children, they have a natural instinct to
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Do they though?
I believe so.
I don't know. I see a lot of videos where it doesn't show kids have.
No, there's a gang. It start. What do you mean? Like with babies, homie? Like when I used to
Okay, babies,
when I
yeah,
used
but
to
not kids.
look at I used to pick up my babies and
Mhm.
take them on the bus with me, and I would have two carriers, homie, making milk with their
Yeah.
Infamil and all that stuff.
Yeah,
When I was younger,
yeah.
and there was always like older people that would come up to me, or even women, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, let me see your baby." Whoop de whoop. And the first thing that people want to do is touch your baby's head, or like
Mm.
oh, she's so beautiful, or he's so cute,
And that's
or so
dangerous
handsome. And yeah, that's don't let nobody touch your child at all.
for when for
Nobody should
what
touch
for
your
what
child
purpose though? What are the
because
possibilities?
their energy, bro, they could harvest a gang of demonic spirits in them. They might be into witchcraft, they might whatever, and they're touching your kid. And not only that, the sanitary reasons behind it too. Who
Yeah.
knows if they clean themselves or
So
what they do with their hands.
because it's 2025, people get butthurt very quickly. What would be a proper way to say you know what? If you don't mind, don't touch my kid.
You know what the proper way is? There's none. There's no proper way.
Mm.
And if they take it as disrespect, they should, because nobody in their right mind should touch anybody's kid. Nobody should do that.
Mm.
Caress their cheek and be like, "Oh my God, he's so handsome." But I always had that. And sometimes, and what I'm saying, my point that I was getting to is that sometimes my little boys, like when I would be holding them, on the bus or whatever, and there would be somebody that come up to them, they would cry if it was a certain person. Like they would turn away or go like that. And
Oh.
I felt that they sensed something, you know? And I would even hold back even more, and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm.
I don't let nobody touch my baby," you know? Or like a little, like they try to kiss their kids. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that.
Now, I gotta assume for the most part is women that are asking you to touch your babies.
Oh, what are you talking
'Cause
about?
I can't picture a guy say, "Oh, that's a cute kid. You might have a
There's a gang of dudes out there that'll be like,
that
"Oh,
to
hey,
you."
to anybody, homie." I'm saying for anybody.
Yeah, no, no.
I'm not speaking about me personally.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm saying
I'm
for
about to
for
say.
anybody. Kids will sense that. They'll
Mhm.
sense a person that's good or a person that's not good,
Yeah,
bro. They
yeah.
have a pure spirit.
Okay, I see what you mean right there. Okay, all right, yeah.
You go way out with your
Oh, hey,
your
that's what we
thoughts,
gotta do.
Norby.
That's what we gotta do. We
All
gotta
right, go ahead.
reach the limits of our ideas. Okay, let's see. We got Magic Wolf that says, "What are your thoughts on Christ consciousness? That the kingdom is in us. We just have to raise our vibrations and frequencies."
Okay, so Christ consciousness goes back to the sacred secretion, which is the the sacred chrism, and that's the God, I can't even think of the name right now. That's a form of liquid, or you could call it a vibration that goes down your 33 vertebrae, okay, or I mean rises up to your pineal, and it gives you a sense of purity. It's your Christ consciousness within, your sense of goodness, of wellness, of purity. If that's what you're talking about, that's what I'm relating your question to. Okay, sacred secretion. If anybody
Now,
wants to know about what that is or go deeper, because I'll go in all night on just that subject alone.
hey,
You could look up the sacred secretion, okay, or sacred chrism.
I think for the general public, I think most when you think of Christ consciousness, you think more like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but the reality of it, bro, in the church wise or religious wise, is people don't realize that these people that have made these religions, it's all energy harvesting. That's everything. What everything is about. It's about energy, and the promotion of either bad energy or the manipulation of it, and creating your own manifestation, your own will, using other people's energy for your benefit.
Now, is it true that the name Christ is really just a title, not an actual name?
That's not a name. It's never been a name.
So it's more of a title.
It's a title.
Okay.
So the whole, if you're looking at it from what's the word I'm looking for again? I don't want to say layman's terms, but the Christ that people think of in the church is getting closer to the Messiah, or who they call Jesus. That's not reality for the Vatican. That's not the reality for the elite that run the world.
Mm.
It's all about energy, and you producing an energy for them. Okay, so the more you dwell into, like, say I'm building a cult right here, like like this one podcaster said.
Don't do that, man. They're gonna
No,
clip
but
that.
I'm just saying, say that I'm doing that or whatever. I'm gonna use all you guys' energy, repeat what I say and do what I do, and shit like that. And I'm gonna use it for my benefit on my rituals that I'm doing behind the scenes. So that's what they do. They do that. They do their Last Supper, their bloodletting, and their eating of the flesh. That's part of the whole adrenochrome thing. That's what that is.
Oh.
And where are they at? They're in a temple of the pyramid.
Speaking of adrenochrome,
What?
I don't know where I was going with that. Hey,
I don't think you know anything
but
tonight,
you know what?
bro.
Hey, but you know what? Shout out to the blood of Jesus. I know that they got a bit.
He's gonna make another video on me.
They got a little bit of not upset at you, but they had a conflict with what you had said about when we were talking about that.
You know what? Shout out to him. I'll give him a shout out. Shout out to him. I know he has a good heart. You know, he is a homie or ex homie or whatever. From a barrio or whatever. He sounds like he is. But he's coming at me from a Christianity point of view, in a man-made religion.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand the analogies that I'm giving him.
I mean, his views are different.
Yeah, his views, and because
different.
he doesn't study what I'm talking about. He doesn't study the definitions of words or the meanings of them. He doesn't study the precepts of the scripture.
Yes.
So he's only going to go off of what he thinks the scripture means or what he's been told. Yeah. And he'll fight. It's called cognitive dissonance. A person that has been taught something for so long and is willing to, be on the line for it. So I know he has good intentions.
Yeah.
And that's Peterman and everything.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's not the truth.
He has interesting his perspective on the belief is very interesting. The way he sees it, I haven't really seen anybody that puts it the way he does. I mean, he finds some commonality with you, not with me though, because I think for the most part he's heard of my beliefs, which is not really any of that. So shout out to him though, because I can appreciate somebody that has a strong belief in what they believe and stand on it, which he does.
That's cool. All right, next one.
All right, we got Ghost 6232 says, do you or do you not believe in getting ID, social security, driver's license, and paying taxes? Then what is another solution should we have? Ooh, that's a good question.
That is a good question. So you guys already know how I believe. I'm sure that if you guys, I'm not saying that you don't study, but if you guys really like dove into what politics is all about, you know, the left wing, right wing, and what that represents, all masonry, and you guys would feel the same way. You guys should never be issued a number like cattle. You guys shouldn't need a driver's license to drive. You know, I'm not saying that you shouldn't know how to drive. Of course you should know, but I'm saying to travel, you don't need a license to travel. We already went over the definitions of what driving is and traveling is. They're two different things. Driving is commercial. When you're driving commercial merchandise that could be taxed under the federal government. Traveling is not that. When you travel from A to B, and you're not being taxed, or you're not registering to do business with the corporation, which is corporate America, then you could travel anywhere you want, whenever you want. Okay, and you don't have to abide by these man-made policies. Remember, they're policies. That's why they're called police or P. They're not laws for the most part. So yeah, the minute you identify as that person on your ID, which is a fictitious entity to begin with, then you're literally signing up to do business with the corporation. You're saying, yes, I am him. I identify as that person because I'm being taxed as this person. I'm part of maritime law. Okay, so I believe that you shouldn't do that. But I do understand that there's not enough people to start a movement yet. That you're able to voice your own opinion, because you could fight the police all you want and argue with them, and under their ignorance they will arrest you. Under their ego they will arrest you. If they're having a bad day, they will arrest you. If they happen to what do you call that, when they my god, when they look at like a gang member, or they look at a say a Mexicano, and they don't like us, they do that my god, where they identify somebody,
Categorize,
like racial
profiling.
racial profiling.
I knew it.
There you go. That's what you didn't know nothing. Stop it. Anyways, thank you, NORBEEZ. When they racial profile you, right, and they pull you over and they say, "Oh, I smell weed in the car." Well, did you? They can make up anything they want. They could say their dog alerted to something. You know what I mean? And make up whatever they want. Does it make it right? No, it doesn't. Will you get arrested? The majority of the time, depending on the officer, yeah, you will, unless you run into one good cop. But there is going to come a point in time where that one good cop that you believe in is going to have to stand behind all his partners, everybody that he went to the academy with, his sergeant, his captain, his lieutenant, or whatever. And he's going to have to abide by those rules if he wants to keep his job.
Yeah.
And you, the innocent person, is going to be like, well, I thought you were a good cop. Well, it doesn't matter. You know,
I don't know,
you're
man.
gonna
They're
have to,
haters, bro.
you're gonna
They're
have
haters.
you're gonna have to follow suit. It's just like a gang.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same exact thing. There's homies that are from neighborhoods out here, and they have different beliefs. You know, some are more charismatic towards raza from up north. Some are not. You know, some are more charismatic towards black gangs. Some are not. You know, and when you go to jail or to prison, like the same thing, you have to follow suit. It's all business. And no matter what your opinion is, it doesn't matter. Once the car starts driving, you're either going to be in it or you're not. You're going to get left behind, and you don't want to get left behind. So it's the same thing with them, you know, because they're one big gang.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways,
They're super haters, especially the ones in the border. They're super haters.
Yeah.
I remember one time everything was going smoothly, and all the cars were going and going. As soon as they got to my turn, oh, stop. Where? Oh, are you a U.S. citizen? I'm like,
oh, they asked you that?
yeah. Like, why am I?
Why
getting
would they
stopped?
ask you that? You look super American.
I told them, why am I getting stopped?
You look like you're from Wisconsin.
You let every single car in front of me just go on, and you just stopped on me.
I would never do that to you.
He said, sir, this is just what we do. I'm like, oh, that's what you do, huh? Yeah. But I think he was hating because I was in a nice BMW that night, And I
You
knew
were in a
I
BMW?
was in a BMW. I was
Dang,
like,
NORBEEZ, okay, I see
and I
you.
know he was just hating. You know why? Because this piece of shit fucking you know, BMWs had automatic fucking
But
what do you call it? The trunks, right? And the guy said, "Oh, can you open up your trunk?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's no problem." Like, you know, BMW, you just hit the button.
did he think you were a smuggler or
Uh,
what?
no, I don't know. But this piece of shit, he knows it's automatic. So this guy closes my trunk with his hands, but it's automatic. I told him, "Hey, don't do that. It's automatic. Like if you fuck that up, you're paying for it." They're like, "Well, I didn't know that." I'm like, "Bro, how the fuck do you think I opened it?"
And they don't want to see NORBEEZ turn into the Hulk.
Don't get me started.
The Oaxaca.
I'm getting in. I'm
Okay.
getting in.
All right, I see you. All right, let's go. Next one.
All right. Let's see. Where was he? All right, we got the hated one that says, "Are the Olmec heads African sculptures?"
No, 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 no.
Damn.
No, they're not. No,
Ouch.
they're not.
That
Sorry,
hurts
my
my
bad,
ears.
bro. No, they're not.
I am in agreement with you.
My God.
How
NORBEEZ looks like an old mech. Yeah, make the face. Hurry up. Show him. Side profile. Don't be pushing your nose down like that. It's gonna get stuck. All the moquitos in there.
Hey. No, but I always tell people, you guys want to see the real Olmecs? Just look up the Pueblos Mije, Mixe. And if you guys want to see the Olmecs, they're right there. That those people from those Pueblos, from that tribe, are the Olmecs. Remember, the ones that gave Olmecs the names were the colonizers. That wasn't the real name. Everybody calls them Olmecs because that's what the colonizers called them.
I want for tonight.
But,
Don't judge me. We're celebrating the end of the year.
I happen to know, based on how that tribe acts, that those guys are the real Olmecs.
NORBEEZ, what do you know?
I'm telling you, look them up.
We want to know what you know.
Pueblo, Mije, Mijo.
I think you're a meathead.
Mixe. Mixe.
I think NORBEEZ just wanted to say meathead.
No, because they don't get the credit they deserve. Those guys are really they really are them.
Oh, but they're not African, so.
No, they're not African. They're us. All right, next question.
Oh, and you know what? No, to further, sorry. Let me answer this real quick. Or it's not even an answer, but I'm just gonna reply with more. The beginning of the year, we're gonna do a breakdown on Mexicano culture, okay? Because there's a lot of black podcasters going in on the raza right now, and I don't see nobody speaking up. I've been waiting, sitting back quiet.
Buying time.
You know, they're going in on one dummy right now, but it's okay because we're gonna check all those fools, just this channel. So
We've been back here like
ain't trapping. What do you mean we?
We.
I'm gonna let you talk then.
We.
I'm gonna let you do the talking, NORBEEZ.
You know, it's funny because I taught a lot. I like I don't. I'm gonna say his name anyways, but I taught Chicano too a lot about Chicano history and Mexican history.
What did you teach her?
A lot. Unfortunately, none of it stuck, and but yeah, I know a lot because the things we did for this country, for the world, is major. We don't do one genre of music that everybody's fighting for. We have 2 continents worth of music of ours. So that's why I don't understand why people fight for that one genre. I'm like, bro, let's just let them have it. We got 2 continents full of our music.
Because music doesn't have nothing to do. They're infatuated with a trend, bro. That's a trend.
Yeah.
And they're so hypnotized that this is our culture. This is our culture. It has nothing to do with your culture. That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
We're all in dance. We're all involved in telling our story through music. So they can't ever say that, oh, this is ours. The name, keep the name. It don't matter. You're a troll. Everybody wants to be. No, you're trendy right now.
Well, that's the funny part because
you're trendy.
The thing was that a white guy gave the name hip hop.
Chicanos are trendy. You know how many other races like lowriders? How many other races like to dress like us? How many other races are getting tatted like us, making TikToks?
We made Capone's career.
You know what I mean? I mean, but like on the real, you know, there's a difference between cultures and trends, bro.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you're right.
All right, go for it.
All right, we're going to Wrinkle Munoz. Okay, he says How can a Chicano create their own authentic identity without thinking they have to tap into old school styles of dressing? It seems everyone confuses individuals' authenticity with trying to pick veterano clothing choices. You want to go with that one?
Yeah, why you have an answer? I have an
Oh,
answer.
yeah, I got an answer for that.
All right, I'll give my answer first then. So, you know what? Read that question one more time, bro, so people understand it real quick.
How can a Chicano create their own authentic identity without thinking that they have to tap into old school styles of dressing?
Okay, we'll leave it like that. Okay, so right now, speaking about cultures and trends, right? You could go on YouTube and you could search up certain channels and or type in Santa Fe Springs Swap Meet. We'll just bring that up real quick. Okay, since most of you can identify with that, a lot of you have been there or seen videos on the Santa Fe Springs Swap Meet. And what you see going on there with the dancing, with the elbows side to side, with the veteranos wearing the tondos or what you call a derby hat, the cascades, the Pendletons, the creased up Levi's, the Cortez, the Vans. Damn, this the hell making me burp. All that has nothing to do with our culture. None of that is our culture. That is all trendy. It's a trend. Our people and our tribal days, that wasn't culture. There's times where our people have changed and we've adapted to society or what we think is cool. Our pants got bigger. We started creasing them. We started wearing hairsprays, hairnet, tres flores, all this stuff. But when it comes to our culture is our cora. It's our heart. It's our charisma. It's who we are as a people, a compassionate people, a charismatic people, a well-respected people, a people that demand respect as well as being providing to people. We give, like I say so many times, we give the real meaning of breaking bread. When you come into a Mexicano home, the first thing a mother will offer you or a grandmother will offer you is food and water. Have you ate, mijo? Are you tired, mijo? Have a seat, mijo. Sit right here. She'll make a nice little spot for you.
Hey, man, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I feel uncomfortable every time you say mijo after you offer me water.
Shut up, mija.
Hey.
So anyways, being serious about it, all this stuff that's going on out there has nothing to do with our culture. These are trends that we have made cool. Yeah. And we accept them as cool, and our kids thinking that we're cool, accept it, and that cycle is repeated. And now you see knockoff versions off of knockoff version. Okay, and I'm part of that. I'm part of that cycle. I'm a knockoff version of my dad. My dad's a knockoff version of my grandfather. My grandfather's a knockoff version of his dad, or his uncles, his tios, and we're all being watered down until we have no culture in us left, and we're left searching for it. Well, what did we used to do? Well, what was our name? Well, where do we come from? Well, how do I get better? We're all searching for this. Everybody's searching for this answer. You know what I mean? And it sucks. It sucks, man, because our hair's been cut. Our antenna. That's literally your antenna at the top chakra. The top chakra right here. This is your antenna. And it's been cut along with all the knowledge. And you've been given another name. You've been told, wear these clothes. Drive foreign cars. Wear Gucci. Not even knowing how to sew, knit, crochet. Not knowing what types of remedies to make, how to make yourself feel better. But go to this person to get a pill. Go to this market to buy their meat. You don't know how to hunt. You don't know how to gut. You don't know how to skin. You don't know how to make a weapon. Nothing. You have been systematically brainwashed. You have been hypnotized. And you're going along with the trend. Oh, my dad used to wear this. Oh, my dad used to have high socks. Oh, my dad used to say, orale, ese. Not even knowing where ese comes from. Everybody's gang related now, or wants to be. Everybody's tatted up. doesn't even know what these tattoos stand for, but they just want it on them. We become a trend, people. We became a trend. We're no longer connected to our culture, our bloodline, our roots. Our roots are being cut. You know, our elders are passing away, and now you can't even get that wisdom. That wisdom is lost. You're getting it from a 60-year-old veterano, you know, that wasn't even paying attention to his dad, probably, you know, that was maybe fighting some sort of addiction or something, you know. So you have to be careful and use your discernment on who's giving you wisdom, who's lying out of their mouth, you know, and who's really living a life of good vibration, you know. It just sucks, you know. It sucks because the next generation after the one that's there at the swap meet is gonna be even worse, probably.
Oof.
You know, they're gonna be even worse.
I hope not, man, because you know, I would appreciate if some of those you know, some of those people that have
And
their stores there, you know, continue.
and I'm saying that in the aspect, if you don't do your job today, if you don't do your job today, they're gonna end up way worse and not knowing. It's not all about low riders. It's not all about, you know, wearing a firme, you know, Pendleton. It's not all about, you know, looking all dressed nice. I know we like to look nice, but have something in here that's nice. You know, have some knowledge about where you come from. Have some knowledge about the town. What was the name before? You know, what tribe was here before? Where did I come from, Mom? Who were your grandparents? Oh, I don't know, mijo, they died when they were young. You know, find out. Reach out to old relatives. You know, find out who your dad's parents were. You know, find out about what tribe. And not only if they're just Mexicano. Everybody just blankets that term. Oh, I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican. What does that mean? I'm Mexicano. I'm from El Salvador. I'm from Guatemala. I'm from, you know, wherever. But what tribe are you from? Where did you come from? You know, what did your people used to do to heal themselves? Because that's what it's all about. Once you're born, you're on your way out already. Once you're born, you better learn to run before you start crawling. You better learn. You better learn survival tactics in every way. And in the way of people talking to you, your job, you got to wiggle your way. You weren't only wiggling your way to the egg to make it in there, but you're wiggling your way through life. There's obstacles in your way. There's weeds that you got to pull from your garden. There's going to be people that are going to come at you, gang members. There's going to be bitter exes. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. Might be a tumor involved. There might be a hateful podcaster or podcasters coming at you. You know, you got to learn to maneuver, duck, and throw some putazos, throw some punches at them. You know,
That's right.
You got to know how to survive out here. You got to know who you are. Stop talking about who you think you are, but know who you are in reality. But
shout out to 805 Plumbing. It says, hit the like button, you bums. Shout out to OV Shorty. It says, speak the truth, Marvelous 100.
appreciate you, bro.
Barakata.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to Valerie 8694 that says, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you for that. Appreciate
Thank you so much
for those super chats. You know what? As far as Chicanos, which, you know, I definitely agree with Marvelous here. For the most part, I never saw the word Chicano relate to gangs at all.
Now it's referenced in gangs now.
Yeah. So I'm in my history of learning about Chicano, it never involved gangs. For me, Chicanos was people that were involved in the movement and continued the movement of our oppression in this country that these colonizers made, and these rules that they made to go against us and that work against us, and all our Chicanos brothers and sisters that fought and literally sacrificed their lives to make sure that we have some sort of say in this government system that they created for themselves. And that, unfortunately, because we didn't have the numbers back then, we had to try to work with their system and manipulate it so that it does benefit us. And for me, everybody that knows the knowledge of that movement, for the Chicanos, it started a lot of things in this country as far as earning, giving rights to our people and to the Black community, and that's something that we'll probably end up talking about when we do talk about the history
Oh,
of
that's all
our
gonna get
people.
brought up.
Yeah.
That's all gonna get brought up.
Hey. Okay, so let's go with Claudia Herrera says, sock check Norbs.
Sock check,
Uh,
NORBEEZ.
I only wear ankle socks.
You wear booty socks or what?
But you know, yeah, I can see in your eye that you don't look surprised about that at all.
I think you do wear booty. You know what? You look like you wear. You do look like you wear some basketball socks. Oh,
I
you
do
look. You know what?
respect
You look like you wear those. They're like come up to like half of your ankle.
Yeah.
Is that what you wear?
Yeah. Sure.
You never liked high socks?
No.
Why?
No. And this is not to offend anybody. I don't know. I just never felt the need to get them that high.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember when I got into collecting Jordans.
Yeah.
If I didn't want to dirty my pair of shoes,
Mm-hmm.
I would wear basketball socks with them
Mm-hmm.
and my shorts, and it felt weird, you know. But I didn't feel that weird because my legs are tatted.
Yeah.
But in order for me to feel fresh, like real fresh, and get dressed, I have to have high socks. It's part of my like I don't
Your
not,
upbringing,
not to
your
sound
style.
dumb, but it's like part of your war attire.
Okay.
Like
okay.
I don't know, you have to have everything. It's like carrying a strap with no balas in it.
Well, let me ask you something, and I think a lot of people. I don't even know if anybody's ever asked this, but as far as as a fashion statement or armor, as you would put it, is there any actual benefits to wearing high socks?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think there's any benefit. You know what? The only benefit would be is if you're hopping over fences and there's barbed wire, it'll give you maybe a little bit extra piece of protection.
I could see that.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, cold, but or if you are fighting or whatever and you kick it, I mean, it's kind of a little bit more padding for your shin.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but I gotta have high. If I don't have high socks, I feel it's like me. I have to have a tank top
Yeah.
underneath. I gotta have that.
But you could hide things in there too, right? For
What,
the
in your
most part?
socks?
Yeah.
I mean, people used to have feria on their shoes and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, you could do that. But I don't know. I didn't get raised wearing money in my sock or nothing.
Now let me ask you a question. I don't know if anybody's ever asked you this question, but Marvelous, have you ever worn a wool sock? No,
No.
neither. Live chat, has any of you ever worn a wool sock? I mean, I've seen it, I've heard about it.
I never heard of that.
I know you never. There usually people wear it like in.
I had a
cold
wool
places.
blanket.
Yeah.
From the army. I think my grandpa had it or my dad.
That must have been
Gave it to me.
warm.
Yeah, that was it. Got hot in that blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think people that they live in like snowy areas.
Hey,
they
so
wear
you're
that.
not gonna show them your ankles or what? They want to see your legs.
No, I didn't. I didn't shave them.
Oh. And how high should your socks go? My socks go up to. I fold them down actually.
Yeah.
But
That's all the way up there.
They go up right here, but I fold the top down. You know. Go ahead.
Now, what do you think about guys that take them knee up?
Oh, what?
Knee up.
Knee up? Then you're just a weirdo.
So it's not cool if you take it all the way above the knee.
I've seen movies, and I had cousins that had like back in their high school days, they used to wear shorts, and their shorts would be above their knees, and they would have high socks. You just look weird. Like I don't know that.
So-
I mean, it's a different generation, you know.
So you don't believe in the saying, the higher the sock, the downer the fool?
Hell no, I don't believe that.
don't
That's
believe
not
that?
fact because I've seen fools wear high socks, and they're straight weenies. So I don't believe in that at all.
So that myth
At
has
all.
been busted.
No, even not. It's not even about the sock. It's about I've seen vatos that are tatted, man, all blasted in their face,
Yeah.
and those fools will submit to another vato that don't have no tattoos.
Damn.
They'll just straight weenie up, you know. And I just seen it happen. So you can't judge nobody like that, you know. It's whatever the dude is prioritizing in his life, whether it be his neighborhood or whatever. You know, if you disrespect that thing, that vato's gonna go all in.
Shout out to the live chat. Shout out to Smiley. Just came in.
I wear turtleneck. Hey, I always wanted a turtleneck.
Really?
Hey, you know what? I don't know why that reminded me right now. Chris from AZ, right? He put Marvelous wears a turtleneck. But you know what got me mad one day?
What?
Bro, I was when Dumb and Dumber came out.
Uh-huh.
When Dumb and Dumber, it's gonna sound dumb to you guys, and you guys tell me what you think about this. But when the movie Dumb and Dumber came out, there's a part in that movie that bugged me so much as a young teenager.
Yeah.
And it's the scene where I guess he's having the dream and he goes to go meet her family. Remember the girl that he's all
Actually, to be honest, I don't recall the movie.
her
too
name
much.
is not Samsonite. Looking for that Hyena.
Yeah.
You know, to give her briefcase back.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
he's searching for her, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So in this dream, he finally finds her and he's picturing this moment with her and her family, and they're in a cabin. I mean, he's telling jokes and stuff like that. But as a kid growing up, like a little kid, homie, like
Yeah.
7 years old
Yeah.
or 6 years old, I always pictured that scene or wanted that. Like as a like that was my goal. I'm gonna be married at 25 years old. I'm gonna find a wife. We're gonna have kids, and we're all gonna be together, our families, amongst a fireplace
So
in a cabin.
you fell for the BS.
Yeah, like I believed in that, you know. And when that movie came out, and I seen that part, they were making fun of that, and it bugged me inside because I'm like, dang man, this really doesn't exist, you know? Because I grew up with domestic violence.
The lies.
And
the
it's
lies.
like, man, this dream, homie, I've been searching for this dream, you know? And it's like, man, I ain't never gonna have this cabin with our families all together and us all kumbaya, you know what I mean? And
Well, I mean, when you realize that these people have generational wealth and they had these homes that they built in the 1800s, and they just keep passing it down, and you realize, wait a minute, I have to be here 200 years to have what these people have. The hell? Lies. All lies.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped believing in those
So
things.
the Jedi says, so you're saying there's still a chance. Remember that part? That was funny. All right.
Shout out to the Jedi. All right, we got Rinko Munoz that says free Taco Bell promo code JK
Oh,
NORBEEZ.
no.
What did you guys get for Xmas?
Go ahead.
I got a towel and I got candy
I got a sweater
from
I got-
Appalicious.
Okay, I got a sweater from my bestie.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
That's it. That was it.
Hey, I got a towel.
That's good. Take a bath, homie.
Hey,
Wash that neck.
Damn.
Go scrub that starfish.
Nasty.
All right, go ahead.
Nasty.
Go ahead.
All right, we got Risky Business that says,
What's up, Guppy?
he says, I hear people complaining about the algorithm recommendations. Why not just turn the recommendations off? Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I don't think that's a.
You know what?
I don't
You
think
guys
that's
are you
supposed to
guys
be
are probably
questioned.
gonna think I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist, but I really believe this. It doesn't matter what notifications you turn off. It really doesn't matter. If the people that run this whole internet stuff want you to be in an algorithm or don't want you to be in one or don't want you to get views, they have the ability to stop that. And I feel that very much so because I see certain channels that push certain propaganda and they get millions of views where you get somebody teaching some sort of knowledge or a really good channel, you know what I mean, and they don't get half the views that gets. And also in the algorithm, I know this to be fact because when I flew to Maryland, I said this before on a previous episode, is that I got put in their algorithm out there. I was getting everything from DC to Washington Washington D.C. to Maryland to Virginia. I was popping up on all their algorithms and people were adding me from out there and saying that I popped up. I'm like, how did I pop up? Like, oh, you popped up on our algorithm, you know, but I believe that's because I was hitting those Gwyn towers or I was in the vicinity in. So, I mean, I believe that they have the ability to make you a star or break you or both. You know, if they want to make you famous for whatever reason, they're gonna do it. You know. So yeah.
You are a conspiracy theorist.
But really, if I created NORBEEZ, if I created the internet, if I created if I created YouTube, right? And I put, if people use this keyword, don't let them get this views. We're gonna stop them right here in Los Angeles. But if they talk about demonic stuff, we're gonna open all those doors to all the other Gwyn Towers. We're gonna let them hit Seattle. We're gonna let them hit Kansas City. We're gonna let them hit New York or Rhode Island or Florida. You know, we're gonna let them, and if they start pushing our agenda, and they do believe in what we believe in, we're gonna open them up internationally, and we're gonna contact this person and make them a star and make them a content creator. Do you think that's possible or what?
I don't know, man. I think we're gonna have to take that money from the little hat people.
You better be. You're gonna take that money. You're gonna get kicked out of here. That's what's gonna happen.
You get, hey, that's the secret word. If you guys ever hear me saying we support blah blah blah, well, you know I took the money.
You won't hear it on this channel.
If you hear me saying that, just like, all right. Shout out to 805 Plumbing that dropped that super chat. He says, "Hope everybody has a happy and safe New Year's. Just remember that everything is possible with God in your heart. God is good. God is great."
Thank you, 805. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you.
All right. Next question comes from Chris from Arizona. Says, "NORBEEZ, I challenge you to look into Tamwachan, the Indigenous Garden of Eden." I will definitely do that. Thank you, Chris from Arizona. You know what? I believe that's one of many that God created.
Mm.
I truly do believe that this whole land that we're on right now, north and south, is the garden, and then this is ours, and everybody else needs to gut out. Just playing. I'm just playing.
NORBEEZ, you have the Garden of Eden growing up your belly button.
Hey, smells. Okay, we got Ninja Magic 187 that says, a question: if an individual or individuals say they are not racist, but end up slipping up and use a racial slur, be it in public or in private, are they racist, and can they ever come back from being labeled a racist? Ooh, that's a good one.
I think that there's a difference, right? And let me explain it like this. There's a thing that is called racism, and then things that just people that just they don't like. Okay. And these are, and I'm gonna give you. Shouldn't say this. Then they're gonna.
You want to take your time? Take your time.
Charles, we don't take our time.
Take your time.
La Onda don't take their time.
Damn.
Nah. But there's different mañas. There's different habits that certain cultures got. Okay. And I've seen this firsthand. And some races take it in offense as racism, that they're being racial towards us because we eat with our mouth open, or or we have a certain texture of hair, or we have a certain skin complexion, or some races can't drive, or some races don't put no seasoning in their food, or whatever it may be. People grow up different. People have different habits. People are taught different. People have different morals, standards, etiquette. Some people grow up and make their beds. Some people don't. Some people would never mix flannels with, stripes. Some people do. But what I'm saying is, there's a difference between racism and disrespecting people, and habits, right? So I think what they're referencing is this one pendejo that wants to be me, and he needs some psychiatric help. He blurted out a word.
Hey, don't give him a reason to be more racist. Marvelous.
Oh yeah, and now they're saying I gave him the reason, huh? Another channel, stupid. Anyways, back to the serious note. He blurted out a word, right? And he said, while trying to disrespect me, First of all, it was none of his business. First of all, I addressed the black community podcasters on their lives, and I didn't see nobody defending, our people really. I seen Sonny make or from Streets Ain't Loyal, shout out to him, make a certain comment, in defense of the Mexicanos. And I decided to take it upon myself to go on their lives, and address them, on camera, not through text, and not so they can misconstrue what I'm saying through a message like that. And tell them that not every Mexicano's a racist. Not every Mexicano thinks a certain way. Is there some racism? Yeah, of course. Is there some racism in the black, tribes? Of course there is. They can't deny it, and we can't deny it. But for the majority of people, we don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. We don't sit there thinking about what you're doing and trying to be like you. It's not something that we do. We're worried about our families. We're worried about making a better life for our families. That's the most important thing.
Facts.
So upon addressing them on their channel, this one guy wants to go on and supposedly put out the fires, he said. And while doing that, trying to disrespect me, because he wants to be the face of my neighborhood and the face of YouTube. So now he did make it to be the face of YouTube because they're making a mockery of him. That sucks. He uses the word mayate, and he says, "Yeah, well, I had to go talk to the mayates, or when you went to go talk to but he used that word, right?" And he ended up editing the video. It had already been clipped, and it started going viral, But he took it out of his video. It doesn't matter that he took it out of his video because the damage was already done, And he made another video trying to clean it up and say that he didn't mean it in a derogatory way. Well, here's where it's wrong. Another content creator showed different clips of his videos, and I seen this one a while back. Somebody sent it to me where he was calling out another content creator for disrespecting another content creator. This is how dumb it is. His wife, because his wife was black. And he used a derogatory word, and it's a bad word. It is. Whether you consider it a black bug or whatever, once somebody calls you out your name, that's disrespect in itself. That's disrespect. If I sit right here and I say NORBEEZ looks like whatever, I'm calling him out of his name. I'm not calling him his true name. I'm not showing him any respect or none of that, So he did a video saying that it was disrespectful for this content creator to use this word and that it should never be done and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, right? But then he went and did it. And when he got called out for it, now he wasn't using the word in a derogatory way or fashion. But it is, though. It is, You can't call us. It's like a lot of us that learn our identity, Mexicanos, and we get called Hispanic and we get offended. Don't be calling me a Hispanic. I don't belong to no Spaniard, or don't be calling me a pocho. It's something that we don't like. It's a word that's
a Latino.
Yeah, a Latino. These aren't words that we identify with. They're words that have been given to us. And that term, mayate, has been a word that's been given to another people that never accepted it in the first place.
Nope.
That didn't use the word themselves. So why would you call them that? It's the same thing as calling a Mexicano a wetback. We didn't name ourselves that. We didn't call ourselves Hispanic. Oh, this is my Hispanic cousin. This is my Latino prima. Like, we don't use these words. These are words that are given to us. They're disrespectful terms, And until you learn the definition of them, then you start to learn. You start to educate yourself. But not everybody on YouTube is educated, And common sense isn't so common. So you really have to be careful on what you say, the words that you're using. Learn the definitions of the words that you're using. And don't disrespect anybody, because it is that energy that you put out, whether you want to say, and it started because he got bothered that I was on their live. You know, whether he wants to admit it or not, this dude's been clout chasing me for the whole past 2 years already. You know, but you got to. He should have just been quiet. You know, he has a lot to learn about his culture, and it's at a late age in his life. You know, and I hope that he does. You know, but you can't call any culture or any man at that out of his name.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it sucks to be him right now. But I mean, as far as can somebody come back from that? Yeah, I believe somebody can come back from it. I mean, people do. That's why pencils have erasers. You know, people do make mistakes. Doesn't mean that has to.
But
do
I'm
with
saying
it.
the trust is gonna be gone. So that's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You know, trust may be gone, but it wouldn't be possible to build it up again. I mean, people go through their trials and tribulations, and you know, people get judged, and that's the way life is. You know, you get judged on your actions, and his actions got judged. It's still getting judged. Can somebody like that come back? Yeah, of course somebody can like that come back. You know, but it's all in the actions. It's all in the actions. If you're not, if you're, especially if you're on YouTube, if you're not showing the people that you are acting, you are bettering, then it's never gonna happen. People are smart. People aren't dumb. They can tell when you're faking the funk and you're being misleading, and you're just not being real. People can tell. People can tell. People wait for the right words for you to slip up, and they found the right word where he slipped up. He tried to hide it, but it was too late on YouTube. Once it's out there, people are gonna grab it. Doesn't matter when, but they're gonna grab it.
As content creators or podcasters or whatever you want to call yourself, you just got to be very careful what you say, because it's gonna stay on camera forever.
Oh yeah,
you know,
that part.
Whether you try to edit the videos or not, somebody's right there screen recording you. You know, especially the people that don't like you and they're waiting for you to mess up.
Well, what I am disappointed is, you know, I am disappointed of the people that are in support of him, that back him up, that said that he did nothing wrong.
Well, it's not about him, so let's not make it about him.
Yeah.
This is about just people lying to themselves. Like if you're racist and you just don't like a certain race or whatever, then just say it. You know, it really doesn't matter. You know, you're probably not gonna bump into anybody in real life, and if you do, you got to back up those words. You know what you're saying.
But
But don't say that you grew up with black people and you still use that word. You know, don't say that you had black friends and you still use that word. You know.
Yeah. And I mean, for the most part, it's a bad situation for him that he did to himself, because unfortunately he wants this YouTube world. I mean, we're not in. I don't know about you, Marvelous, but I'm not in this YouTube to become somebody.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
or to be somebody.
It falls into like, okay, NORBEEZ, my bad, bro.
Yeah.
But it falls into like the same thing with Chicanos and Paisas, right? I seen somebody put Paisas up there, right?
Yeah.
Paisanos. And there's a division right there, you know, with homies that call, you know, other homies. I've had it done in my barrio with homies that had broken English. And they'll be like, "Oh, this is the paisa homie." Like that was disrespectful for you to say that.
Yeah.
You know, I talked about my homie Chippers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, he had a little bit of broken English.
Yeah.
You know, he looked straight Indio. He had long hair. He used to do the whole Mexica dance down Whittier Boulevard, and not all the homies kicked it with him like that.
But you know what I always find interesting about the word paisa, Marvelous, is that for the most part, like let's say when somebody that's from a gang says it, it's probably some term that was, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a term that came up in jail, not really on the streets.
The paisas?
The word paisa.
You know what? I've heard it both in jail and out here, so I can't really say, bro. That's before my generation.
So it's more like which came first, the chicken or the egg?
I believe that it came from out here. I believe that it came from out here.
And for the most part, I believe that. My belief has always been that it has the same roots as the word pocho, where pocho would be somebody from here going to Mexico being called a pocho, whereas a paisa would be a Mexican that came over here and a Mexican American calling them a paisa.
I don't know, because I don't agree with that.
You see, but
And
you
just
see
because
commonality?
the paisa term would be like more reference towards being like a farmer, like a person that's on the field, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so a pocho is none of that. That's not.
No. What I mean is that the way they reference, they use it as a word of in a way to put one down. You know how if in Mexico they call you a poacher, you take it as an insult, right?
Yeah, but not all like and I don't want to say the word paisas, but like Mexicanos, like ones that do work on the ranchos and all that,
Mhm.
they don't mind that. You know, for the ones that I know,
Yeah.
you know, they're puro paisa. You know, they
Yeah.
embrace that. You know, like, yeah, I am a hard worker. Like, yeah, I do that. I do, you know,
You met
heck yeah.
people that say that,
Heck yeah.
really?
Hell yeah. I met a lot of paisas that are all around. They grew up all around my barrio. And they love being here, but they still embrace that word. Like, yeah, they hold themselves like soy mexicano.
Now, let me
Like
ask
puro
you.
paisas. Like, you
Now,
know,
you
we're the
say-
ones that do this and
now
we're the
you-
ones that do that.
Now
And
you say
it's true.
Now you say you met them and they worked in ranches, right?
Right?
But let me ask you this:
What?
Where in LA is there a ranch?
I'm talking about the raza that has came from Mexico.
Yeah, I
over
know,
here.
I know.
Okay, whether they had a pueblo out there or a ranch then that they worked on, that's what they had. What am I gonna say?
I feel
But
like
there's Mexicanos that have ranches over here.
I feel like
There's a gang of ranches right there in Pico, right there
Yeah.
in the Pico Wash,
Yeah.
right there on Bluff. All those
Well,
Mexicanos right there.
yeah. You know why I say that because when I go to Mexico, I don't hear that word.
Well, because it's more used over here. But I'm talking about the ones that are over here. They embrace it.
But that's the thing.
See, this is where it gets mixed up,
Yeah.
bro. Because the gang members, those are the ones that take it as disrespect. Oh, I'm not no paisa, homie.
Mhm.
I'm not no paisa, homie. They
Yeah.
want to be puro cholo. They want to be a machismo vato, a matone. They want to be all that.
Mhm.
You know, they don't want to be considered a paisa.
Yeah.
It's derogatory towards
Yeah.
them.
And
But a true Mexicano,
Yeah.
he'll embrace that. He'll be like, that's right.
Well, let me give you a situation. One of my uncles, he was at a parking lot, and I guess this guy in the big truck wanted to took his parking spot, and and my uncle being a short guy and this guy being a tall, like Mexican guy, he said my uncle told him like, "Hey, what the hell? That was my spot." He was like, "Hey, what?" He told you in Spanish, he said, "Cállate, pinche paisa." Now, when he said that, my uncle actually took that as an insult. Like, and then he took it as insult because the Mexican guy was the white guy, like some Zacateca guy, Michoacan guy. So he actually took it more of an insult.
Yeah.
Like, why are you calling me a paisa? Well, who the fuck are you? Oh, you're a fucking white guy.
Yeah.
That's why you're calling me a paisa.
Let me tell you a story. So I think I told this story like some episodes back. Is one day I went to King Taco in Maywood. Okay. And I know the security. I've been to like every King Taco. The security
That's the
guards,
one that's that big one, right? Big King Taco?
No, the one in Maywood's not big, but they do sell pisto there. So a lot of people
Not
like
up in Atlantic?
I don't know what street it's on. It's in Maywood, bro. It's the only King Taco right there.
Yeah, I think it's in Atlantic.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to tell you about the street, NORBEEZ. So you go off, dog. Like,
all right, good. Sorry, go ahead.
so the security guard, I know the security guard right there. The security guard goes, hey, telling me to be reach out right here, because there was an incident the night before. And like, all right. And then he goes, yeah, just be careful. And he's telling me like in because he speaks Spanish, so he's telling me in broken English. And I'm like, all right. And so he starts telling me what happened. And at that King Taco, you could pre-order your food. So there's a separate line. There's two lines. There's one line for that it's a long line if it's cracking.
Yeah.
And you gotta wait in that line. But if you pre-order your food, you could go to the front and go pick up your food right there. So this night there was a long line, right? And there's a cholito right there with his wife or his vaina, wherever she was, right? And this one Mexicano comes in, and he goes to the front to pick up his food. He had pre-ordered his food, and the cholito tells the vato, he goes, "Hey, get the F back in the line, Holmes. You gotta wait." You gotta wait. And the Mexicano's telling him like, I'm here to pick up my food. You know, he's telling him like he ain't tripping on that dude, or whatever. And the cholo's feeling disrespected. You know, like, hey, you gotta wait in line. Like, no F that and whoop de whoop. And he's getting louder and he's talking crap. You know, to the Mexicano. And so he starts getting loud with them. And the Mexicano, he ain't tripping. He gets his food and he goes back out and he comes back into the King Taco and domes that dude in front of everybody.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
In front of everybody. You know?
Damn.
So don't judge somebody because you think, and that's what I'm taking it. He figures this vato's a paisa. I could probably walk over him or something like that. But they're our race, homie.
Mm-hmm.
Raza. Like, what do you're testing yourself, dog. What are you gonna do? It don't matter if he's a paisa or you consider he's a paisa or if he's whatever, homie. Raza is raza. That's it.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't matter. And look at what happened to him. Now
that's crazy.
You know, he's not here no more. And because he maybe thought he could walk over a vato, you know? And they got hard just like us. There are people. What do you mean? There's no separation.
Well, that's what I'm saying, you know, that because I noted that in a sense, that word is kind of separating, just like the word pocho separates. And I do want to read this from 94M that dropped a super chat that says, paisanos, from what I understand, comes from the word país, which translates to country. Paisano is a term is used. It's like saying countryman. Now, my only argument to that is like, why not just say paisano? Why paisa?
There's so many terms, bro. We come in. Look at the terms. Look at the terms. You know, futuristically, bro. 10 years from now or 20 years from now, there's gonna be our youngsters that are today that are gonna be talking to each other on a new social media platform. And they're gonna be like, "Hey, fool! Back in the day, were you an Edgar?" You know, that's what they're gonna say.
Don't call me an Edgar.
Were you you know, whatever. They're gonna be using different terms, and those terms are gonna rock with that. Yeah, I was an Edgar. And their youngsters are gonna be like, "What's that, Dad? What's an Edgar? Oh, you guys used to wear your hair like that?" You know?
Yeah.
These are trends. You know, these are all trendy things that are, you know.
So you're saying that the word like pocho and paisa are just trends?
Of course, if you use them enough, they become a trend. You know, are they anything that we used to identify with in our culture, NORBEEZ?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Anything that
you're not listening.
Anything that we identify.
Is it anything that comes from our culture?
No.
No. That's your answer right there.
I like where you. Okay. All right.
So anything that doesn't come from our original culture is a trend.
But that's the other thing, Marvelous, and I had this conversation with his name. He goes by, his Instagram is Indigenous Revolution.
Yeah.
And because he does a lot of cultura reels. If you haven't seen him, if you follow me on my Instagram, he usually collaborates with me on there, so you'll see his reels on my page. And then for the most part, one conversation we had was language, because he gets a lot of heat from different tribes. Hey, why aren't you doing it in that wild? Why aren't you doing it in this tribe's language? Why are you doing it? The thing is that there's so many languages that he cannot choose one language out of 1,000 of them, and then to just do his videos off of that. For the most part, because his audience is mostly here in the U.S., so he does his in English. He does do them in Spanish, but we did have this discussion where eventually we're going to have to choose. And I know how you feel about this, but we're going to eventually have to choose a major language, which is either Spanish or English, as far as the language for us to communicate with each other. And I say that because, you know, for the most part, I think me and him, we came to agreement that it's going to have to be Spanish, because Spanish is mostly more spread out than English.
Right.
And because eventually if we want to eventually, you know, regain all of our lands back, all of our resources back, we are all going to have to communicate with each other. and we just can't do it with one tribe's language.
But think about it like this, Norby.
I'm not saying don't learn your own native language.
So the communication is gonna be is for the most part not only through language, it's gonna have to be your belief system and your willingness to fight for it.
Well, let me ask you this, Marvelous. Do you think we could afford to build up our beliefs in unison with each other right now, or do you believe we have to focus more on
I think
taking
that
back our land?
I think that once you show a person who he is, and you motivate that person, and show him the love that he needs to have, or herself, or him or herself, that person starts to grow. You plant that seed.
Oh yeah,
And depending on who they surround themselves with and what they're watering that seed with, is how they're gonna formulate, how they're gonna grow.
And for the most part, when these reels that he makes on Instagram are incredible. He's also on YouTube, Indigenous Revolution. I see so many different people from different parts of the Americas. It's beautiful, bro. I see Bolivianos. I hear you see Peruvians, Chilenos, real ones, not the white colonizer ones. That all say, you know what? Yeah, we all look the same. We're all together. We're all one. This is really our land. And these people that made up all these rules, they shouldn't be in control of our lands. And I'm glad that a lot of people from North America to South America are in agreement that it is time for us to take back our land.
Yeah, there's tribal members in Alaska, bro, and they still use the trading system. They still trade meat for fish and whatever, oils. They do all that. We don't do that down here because we're so babied with all these markets and stores that sell all this genetically modified organisms, you know?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, bro.
All right.
We got more?
Yeah.
All right.
We have the last one from OG Creeper. He says, if the Mexica people are the truth, why aren't the other tribes, such as the tribes of Judah, if we're so closely tied together, saying all praise and worship to Huitzilopochtli? Sorry if I messed that up. They, like Hebrew Israelites, will tell you straight up they worship Yahweh, not. Can you say the name again? I don't want to butcher it.
Huitzilopochtli.
And will argue they are not the same.
Well, of course they're gonna argue because they're in a way indoctrinated with the book, and that's all they go by is this book. Take the term Israel. You know, is anybody within the camps really breaking down that name and where it comes from? All three parts: Is, Ais, Ra, El.
Yeah.
Is anybody doing that? No, everybody's just saying we're these people. You know, is anybody breaking down the maps on where the real Yahuda is located? Right? They're not. They're saying we're from the tribe of Judah, not pronouncing Yahuda and knowing its location, its real location.
Yeah.
They're believing that Yahuda or Judah is located in the new Israel, right? Which is really Palestine. So if they do their digging, their investigations, and they're real studying, they'll find out that Yahuda is really located over here in Utah.
Yeah.
That's the original Yahuda.
That's kind of in the name, no?
That's where the holy people came out of.
Kind of in the name, right?
The name of what? Utah?
Yahuda? Utah?
Yeah.
Yahuda.
It is in the name. That's where it's located. I'll show you the maps. I think I showed you already.
Yeah.
That's where this special people came out of on their migration.
But I think and that's the thing that confuses people the most about when you talk like that, because they're assuming that you're saying we're them, but when
they're assuming that I'm saying that we're these widows that are over there in Europe.
Yeah, that's what they're assuming.
And that's not what I'm saying.
That's not what you're saying.
No.
But what you're saying is that they took our original story. Would you say
and they manipulated it to their advantage
and used it. And manipulate so it became their story.
The Quetzal, all that, the Messiah, Huitzilopochtli, the Creator, they're taking all that, Tonatzin, all that,
Because for the most part, that's where most people get confused when you say that, because, like you said, they think you're saying that we're those güeros out there
No,
that doing that.
we're not.
But what you're really saying is that
Our temples. Look at the temple that the Last Supper's in. Where's that at? That blood sacrifice. Where's that at?
Greece, Rome,
No, it's in a pyramid.
is it?
What
I haven't seen
pyramids?
it.
What pyramids have?
Actually,
What pyramids have the 3 doors and 3 windows behind them? Ours.
Are you talking about like the Mayan, one of the Mayan pyramids?
Our pyramids in general, NORBEEZ.
Oh, well, let me.
Our pyramids in general. Theirs don't. They have a base opening on their door over there in Egypt. And Egypt isn't even its original name. Egypt means bondage. That's just a place of bondage. That's it. To build that. And when you look at their stonework that they say was all made in granite, and these are granite stones that were quarried, and they were taking so many miles to build this pyramid. A lot of the granite stones that are supposedly granite are bricks that the granite has broken off, or not even granite, but the stonework has broken off of that, and it's revealing that it's really bricks that are underneath that. Yeah, I posted videos on my Instagram.
Which one was that one again?
One is what?
Your Instagram?
Oh, Marvelous Mindz _tattoos.
There you go.
Why? Well, want me to say that? I'm not trying to promote myself. But in reality, we're those people. That migration stories about our people.
Yes. Yeah.
Down to the Red Sea, which is the Gulf of Mexico, which is now renamed again. They're changing the names of the maps again.
The Gulf of America.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, in general, I mean, you know what?
Who carried an ark? We did. Our ancestors carried that.
Now, where did the word America came from, in your opinion?
Well, there's a gang of what you call it. People say it came from America Vespucci. You know,
And they said that guy never
Americanes.
existed.
You know, Amaru. You know, there's so many definitions, but they do that. They do that. They'll throw so many things out there. They'll throw so many things out there, and people will go searching in this direction. That's gonna be their truth. They're gonna search in this direction and be like, "Oh, look at what I learned. This is the truth." Then you're lying, and everybody's arguing with everybody, and they know the truth. The only thing that you can say is truth is that a certain group of people came to this fucking land over here, and they're harvesting our energy, manipulating our food, taking our resources, changing our gods onto theirs, and using it for their advantage, taxing us, putting us under bondage, Egypt, making numbers out of us, giving us social security numbers, saying that you could live on this land, creating borders and telling our people that they're a different people from our own people. Divide and conquer. That's what they're doing, using our tribes against our tribes, like they did in the first place when they went to certain tribes in Mexico and told them, "Oh, I heard they're gonna raid, or we could help you out with gunpowder, or we could give you resources to battle this. They've been oppressing you," and using our own people against us.
That's true.
And they do the same thing.
True.
And then they tell you, "Oh, but you have a voice. You could vote for this person or this person," when they're the pendejos making the choices. They're the ones that gave you those options. You didn't have no option.
Damn.
You could have picked a tia or a tío that would have been a better leader, that has more common sense, that would have really given wealth back to the people. But no, they give you a fake piece of paper and they call it a note. And they tell you, "Here, now you're rich. Here's a raise." That ain't nothing. That ain't no wealth. You don't have no real mineral. You don't got no backyard. You don't have no farmland. You don't know how to plant seeds. You don't know how to make a weapon. You don't know how to gut an animal. You don't know how to feed your family. You don't even know who you are.
Nope.
You don't know nada.
Damn. Why you looking at me like that?
Because it's reality, bro. And people need to wake the fuck up. It's reality.
But it's a trip, though, how it's a trip how that we've been so brainwashed to believe that because these people on the boat came here and wrote up paperwork that that says that these lands are theirs, we have to respect it as law.
Well, because they made it the biggest military. We have the biggest military. They fortified their base here.
They do.
And they fortified their base with our kids. Our
Facts.
kids are joining the military.
Facts.
Our kids are being indoctrinated to believe in what they believe in.
That's a trip because and I brought this up on my live in News with NORBEEZ. I I brought up about the one that one man that got tackled down and treated like an animal.
Yeah.
And his 3 sons are U.S. Marines.
Uh-huh.
And ICE completely manhandled them and beat them up, and then also, you know, put him in bad conditions where they kept him, and he was sick, and they wouldn't take care of him.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder, like, what was going through the minds of his sons, his 3 sons that, you know, pretty much participated in our military here, giving their lives to make their father proud. And here they are with their government, you know, putting their knees on their dad's head, on their dad's back, on the floor at a fucking Walmart, fucking screaming at him to stay still, and then grabbing them and throwing them in a car and then throwing them in a cage. Like, what is going through their head, them being 3 U.S. Marines, seeing their father being treated like that? It's crazy how, well, I wouldn't know what would go through my head. I would be extremely upset.
Get some calls in?
I feel like you want to get some calls in.
That was the last question, right?
Yeah, that was the last question.
Calls in then. Let's get everybody else's opinion because this is their channel.
Hey, shout out to the live chat. Shout out to our moderators. I see you guys working in there.
Yeah, I seen there were some haters in here.
I see. Yeah, you guys are
from
putting in
from the
work.
pod stalkers.
Hey,
You know it's their little fanboys.
shout out to the pod stalkers out here, making sure they watch us, clip us, and hopefully learn from us. You know what, Marvelous? As much as they watch us and just to talk shit about us, I hope eventually some of the stuff we put out, they absorb and they realize, you know what? He's right. He's right. I hate to admit it, but he's right. That's my hope. Anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the phone number is up. Give us a call. Give us your 2 cents.
Shout out to let's give a shout out to Southtown SD. I appreciate you, homie, for being in the chat. Brad Pitbull. We got Ninja Magic. Always a pleasure, homie. We got Tino. Appreciate you in the chat. Eileen Barajas. Always a pleasure. Who else we got? Let me see. Who else we got? Go Sosa. Always a pleasure, homie. Hey, wait till this the next audio episode. It's gonna be on and cracking, homie.
Did you remind me? I gotta tell you something about that. I gotta ask you something. Caller, you're in the Marvelous Mindz show tonight. Your name and where you're calling from.
Benjamin.
Shout out, Benjamin.
Shout out, Benjamin. Orale, is this OG Benjamin? OG Benjamin.
What's up, big dog?
How you doing, homie?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Let's get your 2 cents. Let's get your 2 cents.
Let's get your 2 cents.
Before I drop your call.
Oh, be quiet. You're not gonna drop. I'll call him back. So what do you?
I want Marvelous to come with me to Montebello Mall and do burpees.
Man,
I agree.
Hey, Benjamin, speaking of that, I got a question for you, bro. I'm sure you see a lot of videos on the Santa Fe Spring swap meet. Would you consider, from your own opinion, homie, would you consider that part of our culture, or do you think it's a trend, or what do you think about all that?
That's all a trend, my boy. That's all a trend. Everybody's just going over there to trend. You hear people talking about it all the time. You know, about, going back there years before all this became out. Like, it was cool. It was a spot. You ran into a homie or something, there were a few of them.
Yeah.
Now you walk in there, boy, you don't even know who's who anymore.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's all just trending. That's all just, I see it on TV. I want to go do it. You know what I mean? Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? We could do as a people, bro, as a society to make it cool to learn about our culture, or if that even makes sense. You have a new family, a beautiful son, homie. My respects to you and your family. How are you gonna? I mean, if you don't mind talking about it, how are you gonna guide your little boy? What do you think is some of the things that you want to teach him growing up?
I mean, it's up to us to educate the young, bro. You know what I mean? The right way, not the way that we grew up. The way we grew up got us to where we're at today. and thank God, that some of us were able to see that and catch it later down the life, and change ourselves, change our ways, change the way we eat and live and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think we got to teach our youngins to like really see the big picture. The big picture is getting that good job, making money, supporting family, keeping yourself, a righteous dude, making sure your son grows up to be a man, not to be this whatever he feels inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your daughter, teaching her how to be a woman, not this girl who's running around buck wild because she has daddy issues, or that's what they call it, right? Daddy issues or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I felt like a lot of people fell off, my boy. Like a lot of us older generation. I'm not even that old, but I already know, from who I was taught with, the older dudes that I hung around with, I learned from all of them, and they were wise enough to tell me, hey, you see, where they were gangbanging or whatever, hustling, slanging, dope, or whatever they were doing, they had enough sense to say, hey, this ain't for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, homie.
And now it's like it's all buck wild. Now everybody's like, hey, you want to be a gangster? You got grown ass dudes dressing up their kids like little cholos.
Facts.
Okay, I could see his future already. I already know what's gonna come in his life.
Yeah. And
I seen this dude. He puts his son out there like crazy with hairnets, banged out. There's a video of that fool like pretending that he's getting arrested. Little 1-year-old, 2-year-old dog. Like, come on, bro.
That's crazy.
That's not cute. That's not cute, dog.
No.
Yeah, you're right, Benjamin.
You know what I mean?
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
But hey, I felt like I just calling you in though, my boy. I missed your call earlier, so I was like, I'm gonna hit this fool up.
Hey, don't trip, homie. Always a pleasure, bro.
Definitely, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for playing us.
Yeah, appreciate that. Hey,
yes, sir.
Hey, but I wanted to say this though. What's your intake on people like, you were talking about paisas and people in their culture, people like that. What do you feel about when they talk about like Chicanos? Like you tell people, hey, where you from? I'm like, oh, I'm born and raised East Los. I'm a Chicano, and they're right away they say, oh, no sabo. Oh, you're a no sabo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I hear that, dog, I take it like derogatory, bro. I take that like they're disrespecting me, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what?
It's like,
I get it.
Yeah. You know what? I used to feel disrespected, homie, by that, but I think in my mid 30s, I stopped taking it as disrespect because Spanish ain't our language. Spanish is
right.
It really doesn't matter.
European, right?
Yeah, but it's just like even paisas, homie. Using the word paisa, like, man, these are our people. I know down ass Mexicanos, man, and that hold their own. Like, it doesn't even matter. These are still our people, and the word shouldn't divide us. No word should divide us.
Yeah, but I feel like the paisa, like when homies call each other, like, oh, that's the paisa. I think that just comes from being in the inside, dog, like being busted. You know, you got the homies, you got the paisas.
Yeah.
So I feel like people that are like homies or grew up in the street.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the correct term for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you say, hey, paisa, you call them, hey, paisa, you know what I mean? Like, but we don't say it derogatory. We don't say like, hey, paisa, or, with like some kind of attitude or, it's like, hey, paisa, like, respectfully, like,
Yeah.
But I think that comes from being like locked up in prison and jail because, you're a homie or paisa. That's the first thing they ask you. Hey, you homie or you paisa? What are you running?
Yeah.
So I feel like that term can kind of, it's a win or lose with that one. But like, for us Chicanos, it's like, oh, you're pocho, you're no sabo, and the way they say it is like they're trying to make fun of,
Yeah.
So, but people like that, small-minded people, I don't pay no attention. Like you said, we're older now. I'm just like, yeah, whatever, no sabo, ha ha, funny,
Yeah.
But
I get that.
But yeah, my boy just wanted to call in and say my saludos right there, homie.
Hey, my respects to you. You have a good night, Benjamin. My respects to you and the fam bam, homie.
Too, dog.
Appreciate
all right.
you,
You too, big dog.
All right.
Y'all have a good one, G.
You too, homie.
I was gonna mute us instead of hanging up. You know what? Yeah, yeah, he made a lot of sense. Made a lot of sense. And he did kind of answer that part, you know, for the most part, that the term comes more from jail.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's what you're asked. Like,
Well, look at, yeah, we're
what do you run?
separated. You know, what do you run with? You run paisa, you're a southerner, you're a
But that's
northerner.
what I'm saying. That happens because it's just, yeah, like what you just said right now. You're a southerner, you're a northerner. It's just more words that separate us, that divide us.
Yeah. True, true.
Caller, you're on the Marvelous Mindz show tonight. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, this is Brad Pitbull. I'm calling from Stolen Land.
What's
right.
up, man?
Let him know, Brad Pitbull. Claim your land.
But thank you for taking my call, Norberlis, and
Oh no.
to brother, the elder Marvelous. You know what I learned today? Listening to a Navajo stream on YouTube is that the Navajo believe that an elder doesn't necessarily imply someone of old age. An elder is someone who learns tradition or the culture or the history of the people, and then spreads it or keeps it and maintains it. So an elder is someone who keeps a lot of knowledge and tradition to pass on. So
beautiful.
I like
think so Marvelous is a part elder, so
no.
call him an elder. I don't mean to call him a senior citizen. If I say
I'm no elder, man. I'm still a baby in this, bro. I feel like I'm still a baby, man.
I'm not. I'm definitely an elder. I'll take it.
Yeah, your clothes look like they came from an elder.
I got no. Norby's built like a sumo senior citizen.
Yeah. But Norby's walks like an elder. No, go ahead, homie. My bad.
I think so.
My bad. Go ahead.
But hey, shout out to LA fools that started off with the LA fires this year, and then we ended with a tornado in Boyle Heights.
I know.
I know, right?
We're still here. But yeah, Marvelous and Norby, just thank you for everything 2025, and then and I know Marvelous was speaking about we don't need a Social Security and driver's license to be on this stolen land or this manipulated land titles. But another thing, I keep talking about silver, and when I mentioned it weeks ago, it was at 44 an ounce. This weekend it hit 82, and right now it's at $74 an ounce. But just to tell people, another currency is just silver, precious metals.
Yeah.
And not to mess with gold because silver is more undervalued. When I was buying platinum, the dealers literally ran out as I was processing my order. But
damn,
if you want to stay off grid, silver ounces again. This is not financial advice, and also do your own research and only put the money that I'm a long-term investor, and all this stuff is heading towards just a godson and two nephews, and for them, but only if they appreciate the value of
I'll appreciate
their,
I'll appreciate it.
I know Norby's not, because Taco Bell only takes Venmo, only digital. And hey, Norby, have you been to Taco Bell Cantina here in downtown?
No, man. I need to go to one of these cantinas. I actually want to go to the one near Newport Beach.
There's a Taco Bell Cantina?
Yeah. They serve.
Yeah.
They serve booze. I want to go to the one in Las Vegas actually, because they have this cup that they put it on something and it just fills up with beer.
All right, 2 Norby's, 1 cup. All right, for sure. I'll be looking out for that one.
Heck yeah.
All right, well,
my bad. Go ahead, bro.
Looking forward to 2026.
Yes, sir.
And, stay strong, stay healthy, and let's keep the prayer, the frequency at high levels. And shout out to the Texas Fools for all the L trophies they've had this year. They're the best.
All right, you have a good night, homie. Thank you for calling in, bro. Appreciate you.
Hey, Brad.
Thank you.
It's funny, huh?
That is funny. Shout out to Brad Pitbull, man. He does his research. Buy that silver. Buy that platinum if you can.
What the heck was that?
I don't know. Caller, you're on the Marvelous Mindz show tonight. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm from Wilmington.
Shout out to Wilmington.
What's up, man? Hey, I have a question for Marvelous. What's up with all those people saying, especially the blacks? By the way, buenas noches, right?
Buenas noches.
Yeah, but anyway, all those people saying that blacks built the pyramids in Mexico and that the blacks built Los Angeles. What's up with all that talk, man?
You want to say your part?
Or you want to go ahead, NORBEEZ? I'm gonna answer it, but go ahead.
You know what? I've listened to a lot of their rhetoric about that, and I wonder, well, what's the real root cause of this? Because as far as I know, as far as from my research, I happen to know that they're all from Africa. One of the biggest continents in this realm, extremely full of resources, extremely full of cultures. But I noticed that a lot of the I guess the blacks here in the U.S. They get the same treatment as a Mexican does. A Mexican American from here gets in Mexico. You know how Mexicans, they get called pochos, they call no sabos. And I hear a lot of the stories from from the blacks here, that when they go to Africa, they give them the same treatment.
No, but what the question is, NORBEEZ, is that
like, why? No, I'm saying, why are they getting to that? Why are they adopting the pyramids here, the culture here? Why are they trying to take it when they have an abundance of culture in Africa?
But it's not take it. They said that they built it.
Well, well, I mean, they built it, they took it, but I'm saying that they're taking the credit for it. And but I noticed that a lot of them start with that rhetoric where they go to Africa and they get mistreated there. They get turned away. They don't trust them. They talk bad about them, and it's a horrible experience when they go to Africa. And I hear that in the beginning of stages of it, where they don't like when they go to Africa. They go there because under the impression that's the motherland. There's my people. Everyone there looks like me. Of course, they're gonna love me. They go there just like a Mexican American from here goes to Mexico, and they get made fun of. They get talked down to, and then they just get a whole bad experience.
Look at, there's a separation, bro. There's.
You want me to call him back because it's
oh, it dropped?
I don't know if it dropped or he clicked.
Hey, homie, are you online?
No, it's gone already. You want me to call him back?
Man.
I don't know if it dropped or he just hanged up.
Well, let's just answer it.
Okay.
So the reason for that being is that half of what are so-called African Americans believe that they came from Africa, right? There's a certain majority of them. I don't want to give a certain number that can identify with a tribe or a state within Africa. Okay. They either can identify with being Nigerian. They could be Somalian. They could be from wherever region they're from. They could identify with that tribe, and they trace their ancestry. But there's another significant amount that can't trace their lineage back. Okay, and then there's some that just don't know. All right, there's some that are Puerto Rican, but they identify with black. There's some dark Colombians that identify with being black. I've seen it in a lot of countries or states that identify because they're highly melanated, because they have a certain texture of hair. For the majority, though, that are here in the Americas, they don't identify with being African. And this is very recently new developments within black education, I'll say, that they're identifying with tribes within the North American Indians, and how they must have been the original people, or if not, they're the original people, period. And that we are the off breed of the original Indians, that we're mixed with Spaniards, and we came later on and we're from Spaniards. And when I got an argument with the other podcasters, now they're saying that we're Asiatic people, that we come from Asia. So that was the argument. So there's always going to be an argument there. Do we know that there are dark melanated people within our tribes? Of course there are. We do know that. They're in our hieroglyphs. They're in ancient stonework. You know, they're in there with us. But a lot of and how would I say this? I hate using the term African American, because they're not from Africa. You know, they're born here in the Americas. And if you know what I'm saying, what I mean by that is the African American is huh?
Melanated
As a person
Americans?
from born in Africa that's here in America, and not then
African
that
descendant?
African. Yeah. So, anyways, what I'm saying is what they'll correlate themselves with is maybe the braids and the hair that are in stonework. You know, maybe they'll say that they're that, or maybe the colors that they use in the stonework, or there's so many things, you know. But to just dismiss a whole race of people, the whole North American Indian people, all the Mexicanos, all the Salvadorians, all the Hondurans, all the Guatemalans, to dismiss all those tribes and say, no, you're not the original people, is a complete lie, you know. And especially when you don't know about the culture, you don't know anything about energy, you don't know anything about cenotes, you don't know anything about just any of the stonework period. You don't have no tribal stories that you could relate to other than just a slavery story, you know, of picking a certain fruit or picking a cotton. And even our people too, that say, oh, you know, I heard that our people used to do this, or I heard our people used to make these kind of linens, or whatever. You know, there's more to us than that. There's way more to us than that, you know. Oh, go ahead, take the call, bro. My bad. But you know, as far as them saying that they're the original people and we're a knockoff version of that, no, you get no love. That's not true.
Caller, you're on the Marvelous Mindz show tonight. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up? This is Javier from Downey, California.
Hey,
what's up, Javier? How you doing?
Hey, how about we stop cutting through it and actually be real and not sugarcoat it. I call them Afro, and we call them Afrocentrics. Speaking on the same topic you guys are talking about, of course. These Afrocentrics, you know what it is, right? They are so far away from their original motherland, sub-Saharan Africans, that everything was taken from them. Everything. Language, culture. They started a new culture here in America, but it's all through American, white men. It's all back through English and, you know, the American way. But their whole culture was cut off. So when they claim to be the original indigenous, like when they claim, like, do you guys know that there's a mural in Inglewood, California that has one of the Olmec heads with all like the black?
Yes, I've seen it.
And they're claiming Olmec says, have you seen it?
I've seen it.
I've had a lot of debate about that. And a lot of even the black dudes are like, nah, dog, that's this one guy who drew it. This was drawn some time ago, and you know, we talked to him. Especially a lot of the like the Chicano activists. He goes, we talked to this guy about it. You know, he's already done it, but I'm like, why hasn't he taken it down then? Why is he claiming our stuff? This is the thing. We have such a rich culture when it comes to indigenous people, our culture, right? From Inca to the Olmec, which is the original, to the Mexica, to the Yaqui, which I come from, by the way.
The Toltec.
And the Toltec, everything. We have such a rich culture. They've done so much and we've given so much to the world, which is one of the biggest contributions that our people gave to the world, which is global, which is used every single day, and it sustains humanity, is corn. That's one of the biggest gifts that we could have given to the world, and we gave it to the world, bro.
Yes, sir. Next to chocolate.
And that is something that we contributed. So when you think of sub-Saharan Africa, Africa's huge, bro. You have Northern Africa, which is, different from sub-Saharan, which is down at the bottom is separated by mountains. Sub-Saharan Africans, there's not a lot, bro, that came from there. I mean, what originated from there? They can be like, that's ours. Maybe rice? I don't know. But they say rice came from China, but black people say that rice came from Africa. So the reason why that's happening is they want to feel belonged. I think that's what it is. They want to belong to something that's historical, that's rich in culture. But they know that they're not like, they're like, you come from, are you serious, bro? Do you seriously believe this? You know what I mean? Like, I talk to Afrocentrics like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't judge them. I just have to, like, agree to disagree with those guys, because you're never going to change their mentality.
Yeah.
But that's all I got to say, bro. They want to feel a part of. That's all it is. Because our culture is so rich.
Yeah, we have a rich culture. I appreciate your call, bro. Thank you for your education. I appreciate that, homie.
Man.
Thank
Definitely.
you. So within our tribes, we have different pigments. You know, I'm not saying that we're the most güeros. I'm not saying that we're the most blackest, but we have different containments of melanin in our system. Pigmentation, and they're very diverse. You know, even if you look at the temples, you know, there's dark skin, and I'm just gonna use the broad term of Mexicano. No disrespect to anybody that's from El Salvador or Honduras or Guatemala. I'm just saying, in the stonework, you see different paints that were used to paint the stone, and different pigments of what our shades would be. And there are some that look like they're black, you know, or darker. But that term black is a new word. It's a broad word for a group of people. You know, it's not the correct term to use. And for anybody that to see that and just identify it right away, you know, and say this is ours, you're totally wrong. You're very, very, very far from the truth, and you're missing a lot of pieces of the puzzle. And especially if you don't know about your culture, a person that is from the cultura is gonna want to learn about it. You know, they're gonna want to know about it. They're not gonna just claim something and be like, oh, those are my people. And I was told once upon a time. No, you're gonna search to the end of the ocean to find answers. Like, people come to this show. People come to this show because they want to know something. There's something that they don't come to see me. I'm nothing to look at. NORBEEZ ain't nothing to look at. But no, being for reals, bro.
Oh, okay.
You know, we're nothing. You know, people could judge me and be like, oh, this pinche cholo, look at, he's all tatted. What does he know? He didn't even finish school or whatever. You know, they could judge us, you know, without even knowing. But a person that the cultura's in your blood, your visions are going to be different. Your discernment's going to be different. Your need and wanting to know about who you are, you're always going to be searching for answers. And there's some people, ethnic groups, ethnicities, that they don't care. They don't want to know. It's not in their system. The cultura's not in them. It's just not. You know, it's like I tell people, your vision. I got asked this question one time on TikTok. I was on a certain channel on a debate, and I got asked the question, and what is my goal out of being a Chicano or doing what I do on YouTube? And I told them my goal, and it's gonna sound crazy, it's gonna sound way out or whatever, but what I believe, and I'm sure a lot of you guys may have thought about this and you guys just don't talk about it, but I really believe that I've been sent here to give a message. I'm only a piece off the puzzle. You are too. You were sent here to give a message. NORBEEZ was sent here to do something. And
I'm here.
And the day, no, like for reals, NORBEEZ. All you guys in the chat, you guys were sent here to do something. And the minute you guys stop vibrating that vibrance, that aura, you guys stop producing that energy, and you're not going in the direction where you're supposed to go, you're gonna be gone. And I told them that. I told them that I'm supposed to do this, whatever I'm doing, and the minute the Most High, our Creator, takes me out, then I was really not doing what I was supposed to be doing. You know, I have to continue on this journey, you know, of even learning, because I don't have all the answers. I don't. You're a piece off the puzzle. Everybody on here is a piece off the puzzle. Lonnie Cruz, Brad Pitt Bull, Moreno, 805 Plumbing, you know, Ask Angel, all of you guys, Smear Gang, all you guys, 60 Deuce, Lisa Duran, you know, all you guys are a piece of the puzzle. And if you guys don't put your pieces together, you know, and use your discernment, you're never going to have the picture. You're never going to know what the full picture of is, or what we're supposed to do.
Mm.
You know, we're supposed to be living in Aslan, our Atlantis, our peace. We're supposed to have that, and we don't have that right now. We're so dysfunctional because we've been divided. We've been divided, and we keep on dividing ourselves. We use names to divide ourselves. We let people come into our homes and divide our families. We divide ourselves on our own, you know, with our egos. And now even more so in today's age, with all these trends, all these podcasts that are popping up. Everybody wants to be somebody. Everybody thinks they're a spokesperson. Everybody's gravitating towards gang and gang talk and prison talk. And everybody wants to be this face. They want to be remembered. But they're being remembered for all the wrong things. They're not teaching you nothing about your culture. They're just so caught up in a trend, and they have adopted this ideology of what they think is culture, and it's really detrimental to our people. It's really misleading to our people, and it's misleading your kids. It definitely misled my kids, you know, and part of it was my fault too. You know, we have to accept accountability for the damage that we've done within our tribes, and we have to learn to bring our people back together. You know, we have to rebuild our forests, plant our seeds again, grow our trees again, grow our fruit again, create this great vibrance that they came to steal because they've chopped it all down. They're taking everything, and your kids are next. But
All right. Caller, you're on the Marvelous Mindz show tonight. Your name and where are you calling from?
What's up, Bessie? This is Silent Ender from San Jose. Cali.
That's right. Shout out.
welcome in.
What's up, eh? So two things, G. It's
What happened?
Got dropped.
Give you a calling back. My bad, homie.
All right, San Jose. I'm gonna call you back. So hang up, so you could they call you back. Yes, sir. Can you hear us?
what's good on me? Yeah. I hear you. You hear me?
All right.
My bad. Go ahead, bro.
It's all good. Hey, it's kind of like from Song, right? Silent from Song Ender. Respect session. I wanted to say, if NORBEEZ was ever gonna run it back with American Gilbert, fucking get that one-on-one back with him. Probably that'd be good. Fucking because that fool got you last time, Messi. But I mean, it'd be cool if you could fucking get his ass back. You know what I mean?
Sure would.
But,
sure would. Hey, never
then,
underestimate a sucker punch. Those pieces of shit.
you gotta get your you gotta get your training up, Messi.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna put you in training, fool. You better stop it. That's all right. NORBEEZ is a lover, not a fuck. Well, you ain't a lover. You don't even have a hind on NORBEEZ.
Why you gotta remind me that? Why you gotta remind me
You need to get a
that?
hind on first. So we could
I was doing okay until you brought that up.
All right, my bad.
You gotta throw some SB County on. You gotta throw some khakis on, Messi. You got.
Marvelous tried to do that to me, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know what kind of girl am I getting with this kind of.
It's because you're a negotiator, fool. That's why you're you negotiate. You know how to talk your way. Going over there to talk. What were you thinking? Going over there to talk. I'm gonna go have a conversation.
He has to get choloed up with the essay.
And you know, it's funny because what's happening right now with what's his name, the whole race stuff right now.
Yeah.
That was the reason because him and Blue Dildo were on this mission to make me look out. Like
when they edited that video.
Yeah, when he edited the video of me and sent it out to all the black podcasters and said, hey, run it on this guy. Oh,
okay.
And that's
I
the
bet
truth.
you, I bet you Blue Dildo wouldn't want to go 1-on-1.
Oh, hell no, you wouldn't.
Crack that
Hell no.
motherfucker too, Effie.
No, no. That guy wouldn't. At
And
all.
then for Marvelous, I wanted to say question: Have you ever did you ever listen to Choker from Brownside and or Bump Easy East like that?
Yeah, Toker was feeling a solid, homie.
What?
I went to an event where he was at too. It was a car show, but I didn't go introduce myself. I'm not like that. Like, even though I like his music, homie, I'm not like that. Like, to go, hey, what's up, homie? Like, nice to meet you. And it's kind of regretful, like, when a person passes away, homie. Like, I'm like, dang, I should have introduced myself, man. I should have, because he kept it real. Everything he talked about was real, and it sucks that the situation he got caught up in, especially not being able to defend himself, homie. He really showed, like, to the fullest extent, a lot of corra, homie, because he protected his family above himself. He could have hid behind his family and did all this and that, but he left that house, alone, and he leave my wife and kids alone, and he went out like a straight G, man.
And then he represented Brownside, the Mexica side.
Yeah.
Mexican side, you know that?
Simon.
I remind me,
Yeah.
shout out to Aztec Tribe from San Diego. Those guys put it down.
Hey, so
too.
was that like some cartel shit that got him? Supposedly,
You
or
know
was
what?
that
I
something-
don't nothing I want to discuss on here, but yeah, it was messed up, man. What happened to him, bro?
Some sucker shit on.
Yeah.
Huh?
It sucks, when you get like, people join barrios today, homie, and it's all fun, when you have your homies that you grew up with or whatever. But once you get into, like, the money making stuff, it's the most treacherous thing, dog. And the ones that grew up with you, that none of that matters, homie. None of that matters. It's all
it like separates, like, who's really down with you and who really ain't down.
that money, homie. Once you see that feria coming in, and if a vato's idolizing another homie, and he's gonna try to do everything he can to prove himself to that homeboy, and you're no longer what matters, homie. Even if you sit down with your familia, I've gone through it, bro, personally, and I've had homies that they become straight enemies to me, bro. They sat down at my table with my grandfather, my grandma. They used to call my grandpa, and it sucks, I had nothing but love for these homies, and I'm sure they had love for me, dog. But somewhere along the line, that feria messed it up, and I'm so thankful that I'm here, and it's very sad that they're not here no more, bro. It's sad, homie.
Marvelous. It's kind of like present time with these podcasters, right? That are in it for subscribers, for likes, for views.
Their content.
I mean, they yearn for it. They crave for it. I mean, they make fun of other content creators that have lower numbers, and say, look, I have way more numbers than you.
Yeah, but and look at this though. It's all, and people could see this. So when we talk about conspiracies and shit, where you can go on somebody's podcast and go through the comments. Go through the comments. You could go see a video about me, homie. You could see a video about me or somebody trying to bash me on the internet.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and go through those comments, and you'll see all their little fanboys, all those sympathizers.
Oh yeah.
And they'll be like, "That's right,
Hey,
OG. That's right, homie." Like, whoop-de-whoop, and that vato that's reading that, the podcaster, it gets to their ego, and they're like, "That's right. See how many followers I got."
Sometimes there's homies though that like back us up though too, like in the comments too. Then those are the real ones.
Oh, Simon, yeah, definitely. Yeah, hey, I appreciate your calling, homie. Thank you, and shout out to you and the homies up there in Sanjo.
That's right.
Hey,
right.
hey, one more thing, Ese.
Simon.
I wanted to say, like I like how you represent for the people, and then like how you keep it like feeding it up and represent Ese, and then but sometimes when you do those little like those back steps where you say like, so you say like how you say like, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't like how you step back sometimes and you like think you should have like changed it up and should have like gone a different way. It's like, nah, we need that for our people to represent, because we don't always got people to represent for us. You know what I mean? So I give you your saludos though for representing for us. Though.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
man.
My respect to you
Appreciate
too, homie. Stay safe wherever you're at, bro.
Gracias, carnal.
All right.
All right.
Time is it?
But,
Let's take one more.
One more. All right.
Wow, you're done already? Is this your show?
No.
What do you mean? Well, you have to be somewhere. I'm sure you. I'm sure you don't have a hot date, Norby.
I'm more shocked that you just want one more. I thought we were gonna go till midnight.
Man, NORBEEZ is acting like he has a hot date, man.
Caller, you're on the Marvelous Mindz show. Your name and where are you calling from today? Caller?
They didn't answer. They wanted to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
My bad. Go ahead.
Hold on, there's a playback, huh? Calling from Chico Musto Cave, the 7K system. I was gonna go into the whole the black brothers having this confusion, but yeah, pretty much cleared it up, and I don't wanna, and I agree with it, so I don't think that I should add to it. But I had another I guess concern. So I wanted to ask you, Marvelous, what do you think about spiritual warfare? And do you think because sometimes I'll be doing my daily duties of work or whatever, and you'll sometimes have a person approach you with this like certain like demeanor or bad attitude or something. And you know how you could tell, right, when a person is off or something. So I was gonna ask, so you think spiritual warfare plays onto like how people go about their day and how they might transfer some of that bad energy towards you, maybe not intentionally, right? Or maybe because there are haters and stuff like that, or maybe it is intentionally, and how that might affect like certain people's psyche and the rest of your daily function.
Okay, to answer you like this, bro, is every day, whether you see it or not, is gonna be spiritual warfare. Every day,
Right.
whether you think somebody's doing something intentional or not, it's always gonna be intentional from the creator, either to test you, to build you, to see how strong you are. It's always gonna be intentional. So whether you think something is unintentional, or maybe a girl came into your life, or maybe a homie is acting a certain way with you, or maybe vatos at your work site are acting dumb with you, it's all to build you, bro, and see how strong you are, and if you're gonna break.
Right.
So I do believe in spiritual warfare. This all has to do with spirits and the energy of them, and either to compromise your walk, or to end you, period, homie. Because you could act out. I could act out today, homie, and act out on all these vatos, whoever talks masa about me. I could go out, I could do whatever I'm gonna do, and just lash out because my ego is being provoked, because my character is being is being compromised with these fools' words. I could go lash out, but I know that this is a test. I know that this is spiritual warfare. I know that if I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing, that I wouldn't be tested. And I know that I'm on the right path on doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because I'm constantly tested, homie, with whether it be regular dudes on the street or certain situations or even my own kids or whatever. Because the blessing, what we see as a blessing today, we think of it as in a value system. We think of it as a financial system, or a beautiful woman walking into our life, or all that. None of that's a blessing. The blessing is all the stuff that you've been through and the lessons that you learn from those things. All your trials and tribulations are going to bring the biggest blessing and the lessons that you learn. Because all that stuff that you're going through, you're going to speak about it, homie. When you get older, you're going to be somewhere, and there's going to be some young spirit that comes into your life, bro, whether it be your own kid or somebody else's kid, and asks you for advice, or maybe he's gonna hear the words that you speak and then be like, dang, man, that vato knows a lot. He taught me something. And they're gonna use that. But it's because you went through that trial and tribulation for them. You already had that answer for them. And now it's up to them to go on their spiritual journey. This is all a spiritual journey with all of us. You're going through yours. Tomorrow you're going to be tested. Tomorrow somebody's going to enter your life, or they're going to leave your life. But don't let that deter you from your walk. Don't let that mess you up to get into that flower, homie. There's a flower up there, and there's these thorns that are testing us. They're here to scare us. There's these animals, there's these insects in this garden that are trying to eat us, homie. We're just a little ant. We have a heavy load. We gotta take that heavy load. You know, we gotta get past those thorns, homie. We gotta get to that nectar and take that nectar back to our queen to feed our seed. We have to do that. This is real life. You're gonna go through so much. It's all spiritual warfare. Protect yourself with prayer.
Right.
Protect yourself with who enters your door, your home, your door. Protect yourself at all times. And don't consider anybody a threat, but just an obstacle. And figure out before you make a decision on how you're gonna overcome them or defeat them with words of lashing out or whatever. Take a step back and study their movements. Know who your enemy is. Study your enemy. It's real warfare. People use that all the time. The Germans, Americans, French, you know, they study their enemies. They study their land. You do the same thing, homie. Study your boss. Study your coworkers. Study the woman that you're trying to court. Study all that and get to know what you're getting yourself involved in. Because if you go in just your lustful desires, or you go with whatever, homie, your thoughts of financial gain, you most likely you're gonna get yourself in a wreck, or you're not gonna be happy, or it's gonna deter you from your path. You gotta stay focused on your path, your goals, your ambitions, and have a good moral compass, homie, so you know that direction, bro, that you're supposed to be headed in.
That's right.
You know, so
Preach, Marvelous, preach.
quiet. I appreciate your calling, though, homie. I don't know if I answered your question correctly, but I hope I did in some way, homie.
Yeah, you gave a lot of insight on NORBEEZ.
Yes.
Taco Bell. Need to put the Taco Bell down.
You ate? No, never. Shout out Taco Bell.
I'm gonna go to the cantina just to see what it's like. I didn't even know they had one.
I know. Hey, give us some info again when you do go. Call us back and let us know what your experience was.
So sure, you guys have a good night.
Hey, shout out to you. Have a good night too, bro.
Appreciate you.
All right, NORBEEZ.
All right, and that does it for the call segment of the show.
You wanna that was all the questions and super chats, right?
Sure was.
All right, so man, this is the last episode of the year, right? Or no, we still got the Odie show.
Well, for Marvelous Mindz is the last episode.
All right, Marvelous Mindz.
And I just want to bring up this fact that the first show of 2025 was January 16 with none other than you and Tony A.
Oh, really? I had Tony A over here?
Yeah, that was the first show for this year. You and Tony A. Shout out
Tony A. Hope he's doing good.
Yeah.
And Alex, hope he's doing good too.
Shout out to Alex Cervantes. Shout out to B
Cervantes
Scanless.
Enterprises. Oh,
That's
B
right.
Scanless. That's right.
Shout out to the homies, the brothers. All right, and that's it for the calls, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't get a call, we'll see you next year. Try next year. Hey, see what I did there? That being said, shout out to the live chat and shout out to our moderators. Shout out to the live chat. You guys are aggressive. I mean,
why?
You guys are gonna make some of our callers cry the way you guys go at them, man. You guys are. It's really difficult to keep a straight face when I'm looking at the chat.
All right, final thoughts, NORBEEZ. What's up?
Final thoughts for 2025, man. Talk about trials and tribulations, huh, Marvelous? It's been quite the roller coaster this year as far as what we've done. You know, I like to think that this year we put we put a lot more into the channel, more into Marvelous Mindz. And I like to think that aside from all the beef and drama bullshit that we've gone through, we put out, we did what we were supposed to do, what we were intended to do, and that's put out information and give our people their roots, give them their pride, and you know, give them give them what they need to hear, because there's nobody else out there that's, you know, pushing it and telling them that we are of this land. This land is ours. We are the real owners of all of this.
Always has been, always will be.
And the other plus thing that I appreciate that we did here on this channel was also recognize men's depression, because that's one thing
Mental
that
health, yeah.
that's one thing that a lot of channels don't touch on, and I'm glad that we did touch on, and we touched on it a lot this year, and because it's really one of those things that gets ignored a lot or gets looked down on, because you know how it goes. Men don't cry, men don't have emotions, men don't feel. You just build, work, and then provide, you know. But us men, you know, we're human too. You know, we have our flaws, we have our depression times. We feel also, and I'm glad that we were able to touch on that subject multiple times this year, because the most suicides, you know, self deletions in this world.
Watch what you say, NORBEEZ, please.
It's mostly men, and I just want to give that message out there to all the men out there that watch us and that talk to their friends. You know, check on them. You know, let them know that they're loved, and let them know you appreciate them, because you don't know who's going through something, and but just doesn't show it. You know, I saw this video maybe 2 years ago of two guys that go to a soccer game. You have one that's super excited at every single game that they're at, and then you have his friend that always has a grumpy face, but he's still there. And you see multiple times where they go to the same game, the other friend's always happy, and the other friend always looks upset. And at the end of the clip, it shows that the one that's the most excited was the one that unfortunately took their own, you know, lives. And it wasn't the other guy. So you really don't know who's going through something, you know. But that being said, I'm glad we touched on that on this channel, because like I said, most channels don't touch on that kind of subject, you know. And I'm glad that, you know, we took part of that and we put that out there. And that's probably one of the most important things, aside from our culture, that I like to think that we we put out there to our community, to our people. That's it.
Are you sure that's it?
Are
you sure? Are you sure?
It's not it, but you're giving me that look.
Nor I've been giving you this look. Anyways, thank you for your rant, NORBEEZ. I appreciated all of them throughout this whole year. Even though this is the winter solstice, remember the new year starts in March, not January. For those that have been asking, yes, my birthday is coming up on the 5th. So if you guys do want to contribute, maybe, you know, breakfast, I might be available. I'm just saying, I might be available that day.
I'm gonna give you some wool socks.
Oh, NORBEEZ could give me some wool socks. Hey, bake me a cake, NORBEEZ.
What?
You know how long it's been since I had a cake?
Oh,
Bake me a cake, homie. It's the least you can do. But anyways, yeah, I appreciate all you guys tuning in tonight.
I'll bake him a cake, guys.
Sorry, this was a recap. I didn't get a really go into education of any subject or nothing like that, but I'm just glad you guys are here.
Definitely.
You guys just be careful. You know, this New Year's that you guys celebrate. Be careful with anybody that might be drinking, drunk driving, or, you know, on any other substance. If you guys are having issues, or anybody you know with substance abuse, I have great people that I know that I could put you in contact with to get you help. If you do need help, or if you're afraid to ask. I was once that person that don't want to ask nobody. I didn't want to talk about it. I felt offended when people talked to me about it. I was in denial about it, and I felt that I could never get off of stuff, and I finally did, you know. And so if you need help, feel free to message me on Instagram, Marvelous_Tattoos. and I will try my best to do whatever I can to help you, or just put you in contact with somebody that can, you know, get you in a placement or get you detoxed. But remember that don't feel alone. You know, there's still people that love you. You still have a story to tell. Your story's not done yet. You know, you still have a mission to accomplish. You guys have accomplished that mission. Just want to say we love you guys. You know, thank you for all the members that became members. Thank you for everybody that put that pushed that like button. And thank you for sharing this this channel. You know, it means a lot to us. Thank you, NORBEEZ, for being a big part of the show.
Hey.
And stay tuned for the oldie show on Wednesday.
Yep.
Okay, shall we do funk? They want to do funk lately.
Hey, yeah.
We'll do funk Thursday.
Yeah.
Oldies Wednesday.
Well, I don't know about Thursday.
You see the way she is?
Or wait.
I just gave him a compliment.
When New Year's Eve?
He has a job right here.
What are
you gonna do for New Year's Eve? What are you doing?
I'm gonna sleep.
See the way he is? He don't care about you guys. I'll do it by myself.
Hey, you heard that, guys? He'll do it by himself.
All right. Hey, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the moderators. Always a pleasure. Hey, for you haters trolling and watching, keep watching so you guys can learn something.
Yes,
and if you want to kick it, I'm a phone call away. Let me know. But thank you.
Hey, shout out to them for the view.
You guys have a good night.
Wait. Before that, before we go away, help us out, because we have over 200 people and only 159 likes. So,
really?
Yeah, really. And then it would be really nice to see that you guys all hit the like button and made our year, especially for the Marvelous Mindz segment here.
Gracias.
Yeah, so that being said, again, shout out to our moderators. You guys are putting in work. All these beta males here that are definitely going at it here. That being said, I think we do have one more super chat that I didn't get to. I want to make sure I get to that, because definitely. Okay, you know what? Nope. I'm looking at them right now. I definitely read all of the super chats. So shout out to all the people that did do super chats tonight.
No, we're not, Moreno. No, we are not. NORBEEZ could have a sleepover.
Hey, only Marvel. Let's do a sleepover.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. You guys have a good night.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you, Marvelous Mindz, next year.
Simone.